And
Parrot.
we're going.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another session of The Thing, starring The Things. All seriousness, welcome.
You should have
We're back.
saved that for the next Underdark session.
Oh, no, I already spoiled the voice in that one. Don't you worry, I'm planning on just doing that voice and narration the entire time that time. Okay, so... let's talk about our nice lighthearted recap of previous session time, shall we? So last session was the most lighthearted thing that's maybe ever happened to anybody. They had a riveting, wonderful bonding conversation, warning people of impending doom coming to a nearby town. Talked with their Sahagan friends, were reminded once again that they were part of that clan. Kel got accepted into them pretty quick. He didn't even have to fight them.
Lucky.
Parrot didn't even get hit that fight.
Nope.
It's because they were beating the shit out of Arana. As everything does in this.
They recognize you as the true
Magnet.
threat. You're the bard. Bards are tanks. Everyone knows this. Alright. Letting the governess of Ithwich know about everything alongside planning out some future plans and,
Also letting Ellie's boyfriend to be know.
No,
yes.
no, that's
Yes.
absolutely not going anywhere. We are going to be on different parts of the fucking world.
That doesn't matter with love.
Star-crossed lovers.
We're just gonna have a big power ballad moment where you're both just gonna start singing something from far, far away, and you'll like see its reflection in the night sky.
I don't think he thinks about me nearly as much as I do about him.
Oh, so you admit it?
Play yourself!
No,
Hey.
look, I have not hid this at all. Ellie has. I'm perfectly happy embarrassing my daughter.
Good. That's the way it should be. Okay, so everyone was tipped off as much as they reasonably could, saving a couple of Blackwood's message scrolls. Ellie had a pretty rough day emotionally, but then had a really nice little moment where Arana helped her find her center and get some temporary hit points out of the deal. And Kyra and Kel talked. That was kind of cool.
It was awkward
My
as
plan.
hell.
My plan to get the introvert speaking worked.
Hey,
Hat.
Brad, cool. Good talk. Yep.
I have a lot of temp HP to burn. Oh, I've got a chunk of temp HP. I'm
Should
sure
have
I
A
won't need
finger
these
on the
ever.
monkey's paw curls.
Hey.
I'm in danger.
Yeah.
By this point, that monkey's paw is just a fist.
That monkey's paw is still attached to an actual monkey. It is growing into an actual monkey, and it is coming towards you now.
Ellie feels an instinctual desire to fight the monkey.
Good. Kyra's going to need somebody to have her back on that one, because we all know who it's going for.
Yeah. No doubt.
I hope you're ready for some monkey nightmares. All right, so...
DK, DK, DK.
Crushing you seems like such a breeze. I don't know if I prefer that or crush you with relative ease. One of the two, they're both good. Okay, all seriousness time now. Before we get back to the inevitable shenanigans that happen every time, you
Don't
know
you
what you're
mean-
signing up here for, folks.
Don't you mean Mananigan?
Uh,
I heard that one.
damn it.
Can I finish Shemizek and we're in Alaska? We're up to a lot of
Yep, lots of shenanigans.
Yep.
So, they had one last night in their schoolhouse they'd been living in for a couple months.
Oh.
departed on the maiden voyage of the railway between Ithwich and Maraskos, had a rather hair-raising encounter with Master Bliss, the Lich and headmaster of the Magic College, who was there to make sure that the train arrived in Maraskos unsullied, and was more than willing to enforce it with a well-spent 9th level spell, killing a Etten perched up on a cliffside, and punching a perfectly circular hole into it.
That was a.
Necessary. Totally necessary.
That's what you call a flex.
Exactly. And so, the rest of the voyage going, thankfully, without any other stressing incidents. They arrived in Maraskos with the school group, on their way to the ancient ruin of Shmalem, hoping, well, that's what the students are planning on. As for these nerds, well, they may be contracted to do that, but, well, they're discussing some alternative options.
Hey, we're gonna be going to Shmalem to scout the place first, but what happens after that, who could say?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And who better to do that, to conspire with, than the gnome who tipped off Blackwood about the place in the first place?
Imagine that's where we're gonna be staying for the night.
That's a good tip as segue point to get into it. So,
Hey.
you guys, the ascent, well, before then, funny enough, the train stops at the base of the mountain, and if you recall, Mount Moras, there's a long winding switchback that leads up to the town proper. But they actually had carts prepared and brought along in one of the freight cars and have them all pulled out, and you just see this mass of just nerdy, jockey college students all dressed in various wizard robes, mulling about, and Blackwood and several other teachers and professors. Most of them look rather nerdy. Blackwood stands out like a sore thumb, all frankness.
The fucking jock professor.
Oh, he is the jock professor. He is straight up got his giant elephant gun repulsor strapped on his back, just occasionally accidentally flexes to the point where you feel like his khaki sleeves are going to rip off like the Hydra did. It was a good mending job, but they're under regular stress.
Ellie knows not why, but she has the urge to shove them inside of smaller things.
Don't worry, there will be plenty of lockers. Plenty of them.
Hilariously, the most shocked professor probably has the most affinity for the biggest nerd.
It's true.
The
All right.
strong must protect the sweet.
All right, everyone, gather. We're all going ahead up the mountain now. We should arrive by sundown. Papers should all be cleared. And upon doing so, we shall find our lodgings for the night. And then prepare and find the supplies we need for next time. All right, everyone getting together into groups. Just begins a busy bit of sorting. I think I woke my son up with his voice. Blackwood's always very loud.
Oh.
I'll talk a little quieter.
The hippo awoke the baby.
It is
The
true.
Baby knows the truth.
Very true.
It's like,
All
oh
right.
fuck, there's
witch.
a fucking hippo in the apartment building. Goddamn.
Mommy, the Bundy horse is back.
All right.
Ah, yes,
You won.
the river Dahmer.
Exactly. Blackwood walks over to you four after a moment. Well, 5, 6, 7. There's actually quite a few of you, considering you've got Ginkgo and Raskos with you as well.
My son.
Yep.
Gaunter, although he sleeps a lot.
Yep. He keeps still. His goal is to mimic a gauntlet.
Then there's Zamako.
Yep.
If you call me your daughter, I will bite you. Why would I do that? Why wouldn't?
It just reminds me of that scene from Zootopia with the Fennec Fox. It's like, do you want a kiss from Daddy? Suddenly, very deep voice. You kiss me tomorrow, I'll bite your face off.
Yep, exactly that.
Hello.
Most
Hello,
dogs
Blackwood.
Most dog owners, their dogs and children.
All right. Well, thank you all once again for coming on such short notice with all that. I've got a card specifically prepared for you. We're seeking out lodging out in the outer ward, though. If you have anything you wish to do, you can stay, prepare as you like. Our plan is to be well stocked and able to head out come morning.
We're going to go touch base with Schmeiser at first, get the expedition in order.
Excellent. I have to thank him before we leave at some point. Make sure he knows just how grateful I am for this opportunity. He's the one that tipped me off about this place.
Yeah, so it'd be worth knowing what we're do from first-time experience.
Of course. Well, I look forward to seeing you all later. Hope you have a pleasant ride and keep yourselves warm. This place gets rather chilly up in the evenings.
We are aware.
Quite aware.
At least as she tucks her cloak tighter, the cloak tighter around herself.
Ellie.
What?
Ellie is prepared for.
Meanwhile, Kel can't relate.
You'd be borderline sweating in these conditions. All right. The cart is prepared. It is being pulled by one of those large kind of elk rabbits, same kinds that you found in the canyon way back when. They've had a bunch of them.
I missed my giant bird.
Yeah, who knows what happened to that giant bird?
It'll never come back, I'm sure.
Meep.
CK would just eat her.
Mine, no!
All right. You all get aboard and begin the familiar ascent back up to the Marascos Heights, the temperature dipping a little bit. It is much like the first time you came to the town. The sun is setting, painting a rather scenic, kind of almost looks like you're looking out at the sea with the way the sand of the scrubland to the south is reflecting off of the sunlight.
Gross. Cold.
It's not quite as serene, though. You've kind of flanked on behind and in front of you by two carts full of a bunch of students, and some of them are much more rabble-rousing than others. You've got some slightly wilder jocks who are casting cantrips up into the air just to make a show of it.
Ugh. I can just perception around, see if I catch anything strange.
You wish to perception? Go ahead.
Yes.
23. Nice. Good roll.
23.
Much better
Hell
than
yeah.
much better than your record all of last week.
I know!
All right. With that 23, very good roll. You're not too used to these college students' normal hubbubbery, but you're definitely... You're seeing some show of... You're definitely seeing that Kyra is a lot more mature than a lot of the people around her at this point, considering most of them are around her age.
Mm-hmm.
They're not acting much like adults. A few of them are. They're reading, they're looking out, but some of them are casting dancing lights to try and frighten the animals.
Hey, who's the closest one I see casting dancing lights?
About 2 carts ahead of you.
How far away is that?
Probably, with considering the length of everything, probably a good 50, 60 feet up the mountain switchback. You're not going at a very fast pace. You could get off and walk up to it if you wished.
Don't bother. Just not worth it with these lot.
How far away are the dancing lights from them, though?
They're having them move along. Probably the dancing lights are actually even further up by about 5-10 feet.
Am I going to do this? This is kind of stupid.
Kyra wants you not.
And Mako just kind of leans over and goes, "Nothing you say or do will ever get through to them. The only thing you can do is deny them the chance of getting laid after getting their hopes up." There's not much
Are they actively scaring some animals, though?
As far as you can tell, there are some surprises, but these are pretty weathered station animals, and you actually do notice as one of them is doing this, it's not long before it gets dispelled by one of the teachers who immediately starts giving them a pretty stern talking to.
Okay.
Other things to note with that 23. You do not see the Lich.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, that's not a good thing.
I mean, he's not with us, though. He's not fucking right next to us.
It appears that you didn't see him at all in the trek. You don't think he even got off the train. But you
Yes,
can't
right.
see him at this point.
Alright, he's not with us, so...
Yeah,
That is
Kyra's
a
going
relief.
to be doing investigation checks while walking all along the train, just to look for anything out of the ordinary,
Like, go ahead and roll one if you wish.
like going up and down, just making.
13?
14.
14. Right,
14.
advantage. Right. Wow, those are low rolls for you, too. That's the funny part.
Yeah,
Rolls reversed there.
that's a 4 and a 5 for me.
Damn.
All right. Looking up and down, right this moment, it's all very familiar. You don't notice any lingering eye contact. You do see a few of the students noticing you and kind of whispering, former classmates and the like. You also see that little cranium rat kind of flying between the carts. He appears to be carrying little bags of snacks. He's
Yes,
even
to
wearing
all the stoner.
Yep.
That's not important, but I do want to know if Ellie is hooded up.
Yeah. You would have, I would assume. I mean, it's cold.
Yeah. I mean, I have my cloak,
Mm-hmm.
tight around me to keep warm, but I have hood up and everything, so no one can see my face.
Yep. All right. As you get up higher and higher, rounding another bend of the switchback, the horizon, you get to the point where you can vaguely see the Titan wall off in the very edge of your perception.
Fucking.
It starts
the
to get a
Titan
little
wall.
bit colder. And then a little colder still. But as you're moving up, the sun actually almost seems like it's rising up again in reverse a little bit as you're getting up to higher altitudes. And then you start to hear the sounds of hammers striking metal, the sounds of sizzling metal being put into water, the smell of cooking food wafting down from the mountain. It sounds familiar. The Maraskos market is getting ever closer. At the final turn of the switchback, you see the two massive brass dragon statues in snarling eternal relief gazing out over the mountain valley, and the massive stone archway welcoming you in to Maraskos. It's a bit chilly, and there's the...
Investigation check, if you mind.
Sure. At 20. Nice.
There you
Okay.
go.
I see the world.
Yeah.
So you see Dio.
All right. Let's see exactly what you do see out of this with the nat 20. Okay. As you start moving into the city and just kind of disembark, look around the wagon train, you don't see anything super unusual. Blackwood is kind of staring down at the bottom of the valley, just kind of lost in thought for a moment before getting up, moving, and getting back to business, setting some of the kids straight. But you also see that same little gnome child that almost picked your pockets. Just kind of makes brief eye contact with you, nods, and just kind of melts into the crowd.
You wanted to talk to them, right, Arana?
I did. I hadn't told anybody in the party that I wanted to, though, so I don't think Kyra would bother to point him out to me.
Yeah.
But you at least know that you saw him. You get the vibe that he likes to hang around whenever a big wagon train comes up. It's his job to know who's coming in and who's going out. He's a very busy little 5-year-old, you assume? It's hard to tell with gnomes.
Fucking. Oh god, all these college students, they're easy prey.
Oh God.
Yeah, take away their field trip money.
Good.
I was just gonna mention Blackwood. I would warn the group about pickpockets, although some of them need the
Lesson in humility.
basically that.
Yeah.
Most of these have never been the back streets of Fontaine, so
Yes, I'd imagine so. Most of these, he just kind of looks out at this crowd. They come from rather privileged stock, higher nobles around the perimeter sounds, and a couple of them even from the capital, if I remember. Though I don't think they're under my direct tutelage at this point. Either way, well, so long as you all stay safe, so we can all be ready for whatever comes next.
just as some of them lose their field trip money.
Oh, I will be sure to mount a thorough search for any perpetrators, but there's just so many people here. I'll just have to tell them all to be careful, and whatever they lose is their responsibility. I won't tell them about the fact that quite a few of us know the locate object spell.
Kyra whistles.
All right, that's enough. And he just kind of walks off and starts gathering around all of the various nerds. You see the cranium rat very briefly land up on a merchant stall and gets attacked within about 30 seconds by a blue pseudo dragon.
Oh no.
There's a very intense little aerial scuffle for a moment, like a seagull and a pigeon fighting over a chip bag.
Who wins?
We have to roll to find out.
Yes, those who win.
Very good roll from the rat. Wow, the rat kicks the pseudo dragon's ass.
That's
Pseudo
The
dragon
rat
figure.
stands up on two legs. That's what you get, dragon thing.
Yep. That's literally what happens. It pins him down, tries to use the stinger. The rat literally grabs it with its little rat thumbs around the pseudo dragon's tail, just stands up and just does the most anime style pose. It cricks its little rat neck and just starts suplexing the pseudo dragon. You were all treated to a fascinating little show for about 4 minutes before it flies off. Yeah, it's what I
The
thought.
rat?
No, the pseudo dragon.
Fucking great.
That's what I thought. Yeah. And just immediately scampers down over to the rest of the class. All right. And with that, after a few minutes of them talking and everyone kind of shuffling along, Blackwood comes back over to you. We'll be staying in one of the larger inns in town, methinks. I don't think that many can accommodate. The one you stayed in before, the Wrathful Scallion, I think you said it was. That would not fit everyone here.
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't. Well, rabble would tolerate the alcohol. They would quite death.
Didn't you mention something about a wild magic brew there?
Yes, we
Yes,
had that.
it designed for Dragonborn.
Oh, definitely don't want them getting their hands on that, unless they know.
We
the
turned
better.
to stone for like a second.
Blackwood's eyes just narrow in this, oh dear God, kind of way, considering the sheer terrible possibilities of that.
I've
Yeah,
heard about this place. You guys told me about this place.
Brief. I imagine for the briefest moment. Maybe I should. There.
Maybe I should send some of them there just for a brief moment.
It doesn't last that long, unfortunately, for some of these children.
If I tell them if I slip a little rumor into the crowd about some of them potentially going and getting stoned, I wonder what that would do.
I guess
Oh my
I'll
God.
get you stoned.
All right. I think it's called. There it is. Finally remember the name. We're staying at Ismith's Inn, if you should have a need of us.
Right up.
So-
We'll catch you out in the morning.
Righto. If you have any supplies or anything you need to get, this is the time to do it.
Understandable.
All right, I'll be off. I've got a lot of chaperoning to do.
Good luck.
I'll need it. He pulls out a little canteen flask, takes a little swig of it in his massive hippo mouth, and starts continuing his trek to catch up with the rest of the group.
Well,
So is that going to be the last time we see Blackwood for a long while?
no, because we're going to be with him for a bit.
Choices you guys make. Depends on what choices. There is a chance that this could be if you decide to do certain paths, and if not, well, you could see him again tomorrow.
Well, we are going to be with him and for at least part way before we go on ahead to investigation.
Yep. That's what you guys discussed before. So as you guys are all standing there, so you're back again, huh?
Ellie jumps and spins around to face it. Whoever said that.
You don't see anything at first until you look down and notice little Schmoliver.
Oh,
Yo,
we remember you.
I should hope so. Oh, not too much, I hope.
Like, well, we only met you a small bit, so.
It's good. I'd like to keep it that way. But still, you guys definitely left a memorable impression. So, you're not cursed.
You can tell. Oh, then again, we only had a short amount of time to live, so us being alive would give that away.
Yep, there you go. You're using that noggin of yours.
Yeah. Ellie's like, yeah.
So what brings you this way now? I hope you didn't come with that big crowd of
Idiots?
I was gonna say suckers, but sure.
Unfortunately, we did, but we're not, we're not in charge of them, so they can go off and do whatever they want.
Noted. Duly noted. Well, if any of them come complaining to you about guild protection, needing to lighten some pockets, just say that's not in the contract and just walk away. You didn't see nothing. You didn't hear nothing.
If some field trip money of theirs goes, well.
So
should be
these
more-
are like, I mean, I can smell the dough coming off of them. Some of these people have clearly never been into a dingy place like this in their lives.
Most of them are quite privileged status.
Well, just reaches in,
fund. Trust
pulls
fund
out
shit.
reaches into his pocket and pulls out a coin purse with like a gem, like a ruby on the front of it. Guess that one won't be missing this all that much. Then they can just call the daddy about it.
Yeah.
Most of them are from the major capital, so that is what you.
Oh yeah, different coins. Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
No.
So, it pockets them again. So what brings you all this way again? I hope it's not just to see me.
No.
Here to
We
see
are.
Schmeiß again before we're off to Schmalem.
He's expecting you. I did hear about that a little bit. He's been busy. Wheeling around town like crazy, getting a bunch of books and everything in order all together. A lot of dust coming out of his windows, having that little tiefling boy follow him around carrying stuff.
Oh, little Eli, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Glad to hear he's doing all right.
Yeah, doing fine. He's being well taken care of. He's taken a shine. They've taken a shine to each other. Schmeizik and woman what runs the Scallion Inn. She's basically his mom now.
Aww.
Oh.
I'm glad he's found some place.
She was good.
Oh.
She was very nice.
Schmeiß is gonna teach him how to build a bike.
Aww.
BB, you bad.
I don't know how to build a bike, but I sure know how to build a wheelchair.
I mean, it's basically the same thing, but with less wheels and they're arranged differently.
This one's got rocket boosters.
You joke.
I don't joke. I never joke.
All right.
So any rumors you hear on that front by chance?
It depends on what sort of rumors you're talking about. Just kind of claps his fingers together in the Hikari pose. Just kind of looks up at you all.
I don't know if, Arana looks around the street. Did you do a perception?
Absolutely.
See if there's anybody.
Any doppelgangers?
Yeah, because,
24. No doppelgangers. Not that you could tell.
not that I could tell. Yeah.
24 is a pretty good roll to see people like all checking you out. No, the market appears to not care that you all are here. You just look like a guild group. And there's a bunch of you. If anyone's paying attention to anybody, it's the groups of college kids.
Oh, fresh meat.
Yep. You're definitely hearing lots of vendors calling out about the magical properties of whatever random junk they've got. You don't see anything suspicious in an undue fashion.
Is there anywhere that would be even less conspicuous and would be less likely to be overheard?
Let's walk over toward the residences if you'd like somewhere where words are less likely to fall on undeaf ears. Follow me. Wow.
Gray? Gray? I don't know. All right?
That's disturbed.
I hate that. Put that away. Jesus. Okay. Anyway.
So what? Does someone have a fetish for for sexy mailmen washing their UPS cars?
Guarantee you that is probably a thing.
It's probably a thing.
I kind of hate the fact that I'm considering that option right now. My life feels less full in the worst possible way.
God.
Anyway, guided by this small and clearly rather in-the-know little pickpocket, you all pass through the market stalls rather unmolested. You do see plenty of things being proffered about and shown to people. A couple of the students have straggled behind and have purchased a few things. One of them has bought a pseudo-dragon.
Of course they have.
Has a little white one around their shoulder now and is just talking about how excited they are when they get to their room and try to cast Find Familiar on it.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's kind of cute, yeah.
Hopefully it's not a Rubicon pseudo dragon.
Oh, you cast Find Familiar, you're the one that ends up in the pact. The pseudo-dragon can summon you anywhere you want to go. And so, after a few minutes, you cross over the stream, passing by a few familiar sites like the Temple of Ragmuth that you all investigated. You can see vaguely off in the distance, though they appear quite busy, that same procession of Loxodon that you saw still dusting around the harder-to-reach places. And then you arrive over in the industrial sector over yonder, in this area here. Not too far away from the guild, so there are a few strongman types walking about, but it is much less busy. Alright, so, what manner of rumors? I love this. It's my favorite part of the job.
How do I put this? Well, is there
Ellie
any...
puts a hand on Ron's shoulder.
Shit's going south.
Is there any chance that anybody might overhear us with magic over here?
Nobody here is going to care. Enough to actually try that, I guarantee you.
So, just hypothetically, just answer me a question.
Mm-hmm.
If a certain holding of Madria, they have a lot of stock in keeping it as it is, was considering maybe not being part of Madria anymore. What do you think Madria would do about it?
Well, I haven't had too many interactions with the Empire, but from what I know, the very definition of an empire is something that assumes suzerainship over other lands, whether they agree to it or not. Well, last I checked, something that does that tends to not want to lose those things once they've got them. It would make sense to me that they would not want that, and they would do everything in their power to secure that. I'm curious why that has to do with this place. I mean, I know they're Madrian coming in, but I'm guessing that means that something is happening that could have very long and far-reaching consequences.
Exactly.
This particular holding of theirs was able to hold them back, and they had to find another source of power. What would you do if you had an entirely new continent with people who are welcoming you and you have a foothold in it?
Full of magic rocks.
We do have a... Just kind of nods, kind of rubs his jawline with his thumb a little bit, scratching at it. These are all actions that look like they should be done by like a 30-year-old man, not a 5-year-old little gnome child.
Alright, nobody's caught him. Nobody suspects the fucking child.
Exactly. I see.
Speaking of which, can I insight this child?
You may insight child.
Inside the child.
Insight the
Press
child.
X to insight child.
Nah,
Nine.
god damn it!
Can Kyra try with the Mako?
You can try.
Because Kyra's paranoid. Fuck, obviously.
No, wait, so she's inciting the child.
24, okay.
Hey.
Alright. You both know that this child is definitely... I mean, the first time you met him, he almost stole from you. You know better than to trust him completely, but at the same time, you both get the vibe. He's not... His guard is down compared to the first time you met him. And the fact that Arana's offering some potentially juicy information to him has actually really got his attention right now. So, yeah, at this exact moment, you have the feeling that you are dropping some pretty sweet honey into his lap.
Alright.
So far, very, very, very few know about this, but let's just say, for the record, that one place that we're about to lose also is the one of the few things that's keeping Madria's military power well in power.
So they're about to lose all this Skystone, huh? Which means that there happens to be quite a bit of it here. He looks over in the direction of the mountain peak itself.
And there's recently been a train that was built from the one foothold to here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny timing. Not gonna lie.
And they have a magister there already.
That one you're gonna have to explain to me.
Basic, all powerful lich that works for them.
Gonna roll for him to see how much of that he understood. Not a high roll on his end. It's like, you're gonna have to explain a couple of those words. Never heard of a lich before. What's that?
He used a spell that most living things could not even begin to imagine using, purely to flex by killing an Etten.
In one blow.
He took a scoop out of a mountain.
A little whistle. I keep forgetting. That's a pretty powerful thing. I mean, he'd have to compete against a lot of very, very large and very angry dragons should they decide to make a move there, but
He has no fear. He's already dead.
well, let's just I'll be completely real with you here. if you've clearly never seen the leader of the Ancient Council.
We
Guys.
don't doubt the dragons could handle a lot of them, but a war is still war.
Oh, it is, yeah. It's just, how much do you know about the summit?
What do we know about the summit?
You can roll knowledge history in this case if anyone
Wasn't it
wishes.
mentioned last session?
It has been
I
brought
think-
up, yes.
Oh yeah, I think it was mentioned that it was the council of the ancient dragons, right?
Something similar to that, yes.
Yeah.
You can roll history if you want to know.
This is gonna be awful.
11.
I'll roll
Alright.
just to
Can
see if
Kyra
I
have
recall.
advantage because-
Oh, a nat 20, okay.
I think Kyra would have advantage because it was last session by
Yeah.
Gold Boy.
You heard from Pelagarn that is the ancient dragons, the big five. They hold council and kind of rule over a lot of the decision making here and are the most powerful forces.
And we also told Guile, who's the apprentice to the Gold.
The silver, which
The
is the
silver.
second in command of the lot, yes. So now, Irana, this is actually something that would pertain to you. When you first came into Epton by the plane gate that was located hidden away on your island home, you remember one of the Genasi mentioning this order, whether or not they should call them. Overhearing some conversation, you learned that most gold dragons in this setting are also paladins. The summit is basically the closest thing to an organized army here. Just an army of gold dragons with paladin levels.
Jesus.
I did hear something about that when I first arrived
A
here.
fucking ancient Gold with levels of paladin? Jesus Christ.
God, what the
So-
fuck?
It's a order of entirely gold dragons that use holy magic, I think is what I heard. Didn't
That
hear
sounds
much
like a
beyond
lot.
that.
Rundir is the most powerful living thing on this planet, short of the gods themselves, and I'm pretty sure he could probably equal that level of display without even trying to, but he's only one guy. That's still good to know.
Likewise. Neither here nor there, but there was you hear about the entire city of Tiefling got wiped out over, right?
I did hear about that from Schmeisek, actually, when you all came back. Shared that with me when we were having one of our tea time conversations.
They were attempting to do something by killing all of those people at once.
Infernal magic. Don't know too much about that. That's mostly points over at Kyra what people in your homeland are getting into. If they start doing that here, though, that's not going to be fun. That's very bad if people start trying to bring devils and demons and all that stuff no one knows how to deal
And on
with.
top of an army, a legion of giant insects on the ground.
Yeah, I mentioned that too. Well, Maraskos is a mining town, not really a military one.
So either way, Maraskos might be ground zero for whatever happens.
It is the closest. And it does have
Also
Skystone.
Skystone. And
Noted.
deep tunnel.
Noted. Okay.
Just kind of felt like something you should know after all the help that you gave us.
I'm
Yes.
very flattered that you considered me for that.
So don't die.
Nah, I got a full life ahead of me. I have no intention of dying to anybody.
Or does.
Quite a few people, actually.
There's anybody that
Billy whistles innocently.
might, like to have this information to be able to get out of here before anything happens. I thought you were also the best person to know.
Yeah, you can leave that to me. I think I can spread a few words around to those in the know, see about finding some potential ways in and ways out.
And she pulls out Yeah. 15 gold. And hands it to him, and it goes, if anybody needs any, this is about all I can spare for now.
Reaches out and takes it, just kind of inspects it all. You all take care of yourselves. No need to guard your pockets tonight. Well, as long as you're here, you're square. All right? I'll make sure of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. She's back at 6 gold, so she's gonna buy food. And the other supplies are up to you fuckers.
I have no money.
If anyone should square off with you, well, head to the nearest bar, ask for a fireman. You'll see me within half an hour. We'll deal with it.
Everyone's looking to Kyra.
You have the most money. If we need supplies,
hey.
you're gonna have to do it.
I can get food. I've lived in the fucking.
How much does
Fucking-
Kel have? Just so we're aware, since Rana has nothing. He has.
I have. Let's see, 0 gold.
How much does Kel have?
I'm checking.
I only have 6 now.
$50.
I used up a lot of mine on top of the various things I acquired to build my armor, and I've not gotten any money since we've come back.
Kyra will give 50 to Ellie and 50 to Urana.
50?
50.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Kel has 50, so.
She is
Oh,
the financier.
Trust me, just take it. She feels anxious if she's holding a lot of money all at once.
If you were going to Fantail, you'll feel like too.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I felt it secondhand. It's horrible.
Wait, why is that?
It's a shithole, Lily. I was there for like an hour.
Oh.
Basically, imagine a town where everybody was like that small child we just talked to.
None of them are nice.
One.
Yes, Kyra?
I said one is.
What is that?
One of them's fine.
Not every aristocrat.
Hashtag not all gentry.
Not all. Don't eat all the rich. Not all rich.
I'm more of a garnish rich.
Well, little. We'll deal with it together.
Say we go find Schmeizik as the sun begins to get setting even further
Yeah.
and the chilly
Yeah,
night air blow in.
Yeah.
Oh, mugged by face change.
Okay.
Alright. You guys make your way to Schmeizik's or stop to see anything along the way?
I think
I think we-
Schmeizik's for the night, and then like tomorrow morning we'll do any shopping we need.
What time of day is it?
It is right at sunset. I'd say probably around 8 p.m.
So
Okay.
most places are probably closed anyway.
Yeah.
No, there's a pretty rich nightlife. All the people who've been working at the smithy all day are currently, there's a lot of like stalls serving kebabs and things like that. So a lot of businesses actually run long into the night here.
It's fair. Still, we should probably go to Smarjik first. See what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yep.
All right. You make your way up to the upper ridge, over towards some of the old homes, most of which are built out of the mountainside, eventually finding the rather dusty and dingy one that you recognize as Schmeizik's. Definitely built for a gnome. The doorway is kind of low-hanging. But it is... You actually do see that there is a side door that was built to accommodate larger guests.
Hey.
As you're
Me and
approaching-
Cal.
Yep, and as you're approaching, you do see Eli, the tiefling boy, just kind of carrying a load of what appears to be firewood out. It's like, oh, hello.
Hello, Eli. Do you remember us?
Yes, I do.
How are you?
I'm all right. Master Schmeizik's been good. He's given me a lot to do, but Caroline's been nice too. This place is cold, but it's nice.
Oh, we understand that. This place is awfully cold.
Feels about right.
Yeah, Cal just over there. I think it could be colder, honestly.
See, I don't know why y'all are complaining.
I'm not.
We don't have fur.
Bison.
I just want to.
We're wearing as much as we can. That gives us an idea. We'll deal with that later.
Ellie, come here.
You're not shaving me.
No. What? Why is that where your mind would go? Why would we do that? Why would we shave you? Anyway, where is Schmeizik at? Eli?
He's inside. I'll let him know you're coming. Just had to set all this down for the night. Come on
I
in.
didn't think I would shave you. That's such a weird place to take your mind.
I have to admit, Kel, that is pretty weird.
You don't know what happened when I was 13.
Oh dear God, I'm so sorry. Oh dear me.
Oh dear me.
Jesus H.
Entering in, Schmeizik's place is a lot less dusty than it was the last time you saw it. It still looks kind of bare. Most of the furniture was designed to hold a lot more decorations than it does. You see a lot of books scattered around on the tables, though. Lots of scrolls, parchments, various bits of age. Actually adds to the aesthetic for you, Kyra.
What was that?
It actually adds to the aesthetic a little bit, seeing so many books scattered around. It actually looks like he's gotten more of them.
Huh. The vibe.
Good vibe. You enter inside. It's once again built for a gnome, so you have to duck underneath some of the archways and everything and the mantles. Chandeliers are, they come down to around, for Kel, you basically, have them right around where your solar plexus is, where the hang chandeliers are. Your horns occasionally, you can feel them touching the ceiling.
This place is way too small.
Or, you are way too big.
It entirely depends on your opinions. You just hear the sound of that weird arcane hum of his wheelchair as Schmeizik kind of rolls in from one hallway into the other. He's got a bunch of books and scrolls underneath one of his arms. Well,
Schmeizik.
Hello.
I don't think Kel has met Schmeizik.
You
joined the
briefly
group
made
after-
contact. You briefly made contact with him after Ellie was decursed when he infused one of Ellie's weapons, but you were only there for a couple hours.
Yeah, my gift was infused.
Well, good to see you all again. Been a couple months. Wish it could be under better
Yes.
circumstances. Just kind of shoves all the books up onto the table.
Hell.
It is good to see you, Schmeizik.
You too. Well, suppose we need to start talking a little bit then, huh?
Is it
Right.
safe here?
Yeah, it is. I've made sure of it. I've got rooms prepared too, though. Had to call in some favors to find a bed big enough for this guy. Barely fitted through the doorway.
Is he gesturing to Cal?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we
Well,
told you
fair
what we
enough.
could.
Now that I think about it, you're pretty good with the forge, aren't you?
Yeah.
Might need your help with some a little bit later, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So, what? I guess I need to be brought up to speed a little bit. There's only so much you can put into a sending spell.
Yeah, Kyra will.
Yep, you don't have to actually physically recap everything. Just it takes the better part of an hour to go over everything. Just kind of
Ugh.
pacing around his entry main parlor, contributing, everybody providing what bits of information they know.
And unhelpful comments.
So, in conclusion, we've walked into a bit of shit.
Yeah,
We have.
We've somehow managed to get involved in fighting abyssals, curing a curse that would have killed me, and political intrigue.
I think the political intrigue is my least favorite one so far. And the other two almost killed
I don't
me.
know. We have to. We can't lie. The thing that was inexplicably going to kill us no matter what kind of holds a bar for us.
Understandable.
At least it was something we could fight against.
I mean, it wasn't until the very end.
You still got there, and you know, this one technically could be too. Just depends on how you go about it. Phew. Colony going away from their master and deciding to do their own thing is dangerous enough on its own. Well, sounds like you've all got like about 3/4 of the arrangements made. It's mostly just a matter of the when you're gonna sneak off and get picked up.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Well, I hate to add one more thing onto the pile, but
Oh no.
well, I take pride in being thorough and looking up everything I could, but I really should not have told Blackwood about the Shmalem. Have a look-see over here. After it was done, I just mentioned it in passing to him when we were corresponding after we were introduced via you two. Lovely guy, but it's who he works for that potentially has problems involved here. I thought it was just an old city that we lost in the war against the elves. That's the primary reason why nobody goes there. There's a big old Wildwood Tree just grew right through the city that they planted. Now I think about it. Most of you probably don't know what that is.
I have. Cairo.
Oh, you would know, Cairo. Wildwood groves are not on Fanto, but in the mainland, those are elven cities. Wildwood trees are essentially trees from the Feywild that they brought with them. They grow extremely fast and basically are living siege weapons. You plant a seed in a town, and that town will be pulverized to nothing by morning.
Jesus.
Fuck. Alright.
Our cities were sturdy, but they managed to get inside and dropped one seed down, and now, well, its roots are all snaking through the entire complex, making it into a labyrinth. It's a fascinating little mix. See, I thought it was just a residential area and that there was some fighting there, but it's because I'm not really brushed up on history of the Summer Wars. But I got in contact with a friend to see if I could provide you all some tips, and here comes the part I have to apologize for. He unrolls a scroll out. Yeah, I didn't have time to make a map, but he presents a very old piece of parchment containing a map and schematics of the city.
Which I imagine these schematics aren't going to be useful due to all the tree making it a labyrinth.
Indeed, lots of crisscrossing routes and everything. Fey magic bleeding into stuff, but the city was divided into 3 rings here. First one that you'd be entering through is primarily civilian places. There was a market there, trade centers, some people lived there, but not many. Below that, down here, pointing down at a very large kind of bowl-shaped depression that you see one line going straight down to the bottom of the map and beyond through that. Residential area. This city was back when we actually had contact with the underworld. So those bugmen and whatever else there is, there's a very real possibility that they may be in there too.
Feywild and Bug.
Oh, I'm not even at the worst part of it.
What? There's more?
Yeah, the intention of the city and why it was so important that the elves killed it. Well, he points upwards that the city was built into a mountain, and the majority of the open space is up at the top, just this massive dome reaching up underneath the mountain peak, going up what looks like hundreds of meters.
Something big is in there.
This is where most of our weapons were made.
Oh.
The big ones, the ones that we were cursed and unable to make anymore. I don't know what's in there, how much it's in disrepair, but
What kind of weapons that you can't make anymore?
we know, well, I'm sure you know that bit of our own history. Us gnomes aren't actually from this world originally. We're from the moon. We're from Thane.
Uh-huh.
Few of us came down here to see what was here, and never really been able to go back. That's why. We used to be able to go between worlds. That's the kind of power my people once had. The elves decided to rewrite reality and make it where none of us were capable of making anything like that anymore. If you need a few examples, he starts flipping out a few other books. This one, for example, pulls out an old piece of artwork, a schematic of a very, very, very large construct.
Oh, this reminds me of the Felforge, doesn't it?
Yep, bigger.
Oh,
Was
yeah,
this
so,
the construct we
so-
pulled out of there?
Say again?
Wasn't this the construct we pulled out of the city?
that one was like our size.
Yeah, that was normal. That one was normal. This one is like bigger than any of the dragons you've seen.
Jesus.
Oh,
This thing is like
Oh.
more than 50 feet tall, easily. This is a Warforged Colossus, basically.
God. Oh, that reminds us. What happened to that fellow we pulled out from the city?
Still working on
Oh.
him, unfortunately. I do
So
not.
this contract right in front of us, house, or is it just on a?
This is on a piece of paper, the one he's showing to you.
Oh, and this thing is there.
Could be. I know they were made there. There's probably parts from them. We
Hmm.
built those things as our primary weapons against the elves because, well, all frankness, back then they were just that strong. There's those.
Anyway, so
Our old airships were built there on occasion,
Oof.
as well as a lot of other potentially dangerous things.
What
I did
if?
not.
What if they got a hold of your old airships?
They discovered how to do it all on their own independently, but if they learn how we made them, the ones we made, I'm just not even trying to toot my own people's horn here. A lot more advanced than those flying buckets that your people are currently parading around. Yours can fly and shoot in a straight line. Ours could go between worlds.
Oof.
There's a lot of things I don't want them to know about that could be in there. There's a chance it could all be in disrepair. There's a chance it could all be gone and useless and rusted and deteriorated.
either way, Blackwood has sent us as a head party to scout place, take what, or hide things.
Or simply destroy the entrance.
Before we slip out and make our escape.
Yeah, that's a strong possibility. You got a lot of options, but now let me just say I am very, very glad that you all agreed to go in there first.
Yeah.
It was namely to make our own escape route, although I imagine just causing some sort of magical calamity cave-in and faking my death a second time might be a
Oh, this will be the first time we've died.
covered.
This be an option.
Yeah, that's actually
Wildwood.
not a bad idea.
Wildwood trees lay dormant for a long time, but they are known to occasionally stir. Causing an accident of some kind is A very lucrative option, potentially.
Especially
So-
with people
so how
first
would we-
entering it
so-
after a long time. Makes
So,
perfect sense. Sorry.
so how
Okay.
how would we stir the Wildwood off that?
Well, would we actually need to? I think between us, we should be able to come up with something to at least destroy the entrance, if not more.
It's a possibility. There are old weapons there. It'd be pretty easy to misfire one of them, turn it into a bomb.
Yeah, do we want to wake the tree? That would probably be bad, wouldn't it?
I mean, setting off a bomb probably would wake it up anyway if it is awake. It could be
Good
dead.
point.
That is a very
Good
real
point.
possibility. If it's dead, then it's just sitting there. Just a massive roadblock. That's just it. Nobody goes out there anymore. Gnomes don't really. We can't invent the kind of things from there anymore. So it's kind of scratches at his mutton chops for a moment. A little too painful for most of us to look at.
Totally, makes the face trying to comprehend just not being able to
I'm not
use your
one
brain.
for erasing people's heritage culture, but
But
current
sealing it
climate-
off until there's a safer time to look at it, I don't think is a bad idea, Kyra.
We wouldn't have to
This
destroy
point,
anything.
You'd be doing my culture a favor by preventing it from falling into far more callous hands. If your empire's hungry for power, well, they'll find a lot of it there. A lot.
and between that and Marastos, they'll have all the skystone and technology they need to get a foothold.
Raskos wouldn't supply their entire fleet. That big hunk of rock in the interior would definitely get a lot of them going for a long time, but, wouldn't last forever. They'd still need to expand, but yeah, I would not be
It would be a
shocked
good-
at all.
It'd be a good foothold all the same.
Oh, they'll
We
occupy
don't
this
want them to
place.
set up shop and find out what's down in the basement.
That's the part that scares me the most, honestly.
Which Fontaine might already be aware of.
That's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about. So, when you guys depart for all of this, I'm going with you.
We thought you would. Well, we thought you would. Or I thought you would.
I understand, Ellie. It's fine.
Well,
I don't know what's gonna happen to you, but well, I feel like I've started a lot of shit and set it in motion just from trying to prove myself right for my own ego's sake. I am absolutely not okay with things getting worse because of that.
you
So-
had no idea it would lead to this, Schmeiss. This is not your fault.
Oh, whether I intended it or not, it still is. But I appreciate
No.
the sentiment.
Someone would have found it anyway, especially with an invading army if they take this place.
Not if I send an army of rust monsters down there to eat up everything.
Oh,
I thought the rust monsters didn't like that metal.
They don't. That was a joke. It was.
no. Well, I thought they didn't like the door. We don't know if they like what's on the other side.
They really didn't like it all that much. No.
Well,
Basically, the gnomes coated all their shit in Teflon.
Mhm. Basically, yes.
Anti-stick. Ugh.
They sprayed it with cayenne pepper, like you do for dogs. You don't want them
Cayenne
to lick
pepper
things.
Yep, cayenne pepper and flex tape.
Yeah. I don't even eat metal. That sounds gross.
Yep. Yeah.
He grabs Raskus real quick. Oh, hey, do you want to go say hello to your family while we're here?
You'll have to go down pretty deep to get down to that colony, but there are plenty of rust monsters around in the inner ward. Been a bit more of them lately, but not quite as much as there was when you first came here. You'll probably find one of his clan fiddling about eating some scraps.
Would you
That'd be a
like to
good
go
idea.
and say hello, Raskus? Would you?
He just kind of chirps and his antennae wiggle. He seems happy to be back here.
Oh, she puts it down on the ground. Okay, but you make sure to come back tonight just so we can make sure you're all right.
The antennae kind of wiggle around almost like a peacock spider dance. Kind of does the little happy tappies with all 6 of his little feet, and he just takes off.
Ellie watches him go, conflicted.
Don't eat my doorway, and you just thank God he didn't.
Hey, Raskos Raskos.
The very
It's good
fact that he
child.
did, the very fact that he didn't try to break out of your hands and eat everything I've got in here tells me enough. A well-fed rust monster does fine. But anyway, I'll go with you guys. I don't think I'm really up for going into Shmalim itself. In fact, honestly, I don't think this leg of the trip's really one that I'll be all that much help on. But I think I can potentially handle everything else as pertaining to your escape. You mentioned you had a way out, yeah?
My sister, who has her own airship, might be able to pick us up. We just need to get proper sending spells and figure out a place.
I think I've got your place.
Oh?
Have it come here.
Maraskos?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that
Really?
kind of obvious?
You'll all go ahead. She'll come here where everybody's distracted, pick me up, and we'll come out and swoop up and take you out.
Ah.
You think another thing about Shmalim is, it's got a really big opening up in the middle of the mountain that airships would come in and out of in the old days. Should still be clear enough to where a small airship could get inside. Do your job right, we might be able to come up with something. If not there, then at least somewhere in the surrounding mountains. Still, Dook kind of looks down at his own chair. Not quite suited for the rough terrain you're gonna need. I don't want to slow you guys down too much. I mean, I'm not half bad at all this, but time is kind of the essence, and I think I'd be a little bit better providing context and explaining a few things from afar than getting into the middle of everything again.
So how would we keep in contact with you while we're...
Well, that's the other thing. I managed to secure. He pulls out about 10. Yeah, I'd say... Let me roll for it. Yep, he pulls out 11 scrolls.
Oh.
That's just the best I could afford.
Sending?
Yep.
Well, damn! 11?
Actually, line get a 5.
Yeah, well, they weren't cheap, but I called him what I knew.
Wait, do we still have like 1 or 2 left from last time?
You have 1
I think
left.
so. Yeah.
So yeah, we're up to 12 sending.
Alright. We have 12 sending scrolls now.
I'll be keeping 3 of these for myself just in case, but we'll be able to keep in touch and provide updates as we go along.
Right? Chance numbs in a walkie-talkie.
Ellie's, like, eyeing the scrolls, but not commenting what she wants to.
These will be useful for whatever we need to do for that. They were not, I repeat, not cheap, but this is important. Way more important than anything else right now.
I
So
suppose.
yeah. You get her in touch, send her this way. I'll meet with her. I'm pretty easy to spot, all things considered. And if you want, just kind of looks over at Ginkgo, who's just kind of walking around right now, looking at everything. You can leave the kids with me if you like. Well, you're going to no place for them.
Great.
Yeah. Raskos will be back by the night.
I'm counting on it.
Hopefully there's no face spiders. Yeah.
There might be some Fey shenanigans, maybe some rogue constructs, maybe some stuff from the underworld, I don't know. You could be dealing with just about anything. No gnome with any sense has gone in there in a long time. Guild doesn't really put jobs out there much.
It's a good thing none of us
And
has any sense.
Yeah.
Probably. Also, rogue bandits or Madrian pillagers might already be there as well.
I did not tell them what was in here, but there's no telling if they did their own research beforehand. Access to that elven library they've got there in Ithwich. They may know more than I do, for all I know. But
We do not like that.
If he's still having all of you go in there first, well, we'll see.
That's probably a good sign.
I would say it's a very good sign. If your friend Blackwood was willing to tip you off about everything that was going to happen still, that's... gives me a little bit of hope. Every friend you have is going to be very important right now. Till we get that next piece out of Fanto. If we do make it there, God's help us. I'm going to make it every bit my mission to see if I can find it. And I don't think it's going to be all that hard from what I've heard about the place. I'm a gnome who's been practicing artificery longer than most of those people on that island have been alive. I think I'm going to be rather skewed. I think I'm going to be a popular subject of conversation.
Niggle, challenge accept.
Yeah,
You'll get along swimmingly with her.
Oh, I don't doubt it. I've never been on an airship. Actually kind of looking forward to it.
Ellie makes a face.
Well, at least this ride will be better, Ellie.
Yes, being forcibly removed from the place we used to be. So much better.
At least this time you're going to be up in the cockpit instead of in the storage hold. In a cage.
Ellie shivers visibly. I'm not looking forward to this.
Well, plus side. Anything you find in there, well, if it's something a little too valuable to fall into Madrian hands, well, you could take it with you.
And
If weapons were made there, well, there might be some old gnomish ones sitting around and maybe some old elven ones.
Ooh.
well, Kyra holds up the brain blade and the elven dagger.
Yeah, those are weapons of espionage. I'm talking about weapons of all-out assault.
Ooh, Ellie spins around her Githka. Hey, we have a nice one. We wouldn't be opposed to some more.
Kyra has a fucking Doom guy level of shit in the pack right now.
Ellie's got a couple of bladed things too.
You're all packing
She's
at least
got-
some degrees of heat.
I am the heat.
So am I.
Mhm.
you
Pulls
are,
out pennant.
you're the literal heat.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that's what's
Isaac,
funny.
remember the my Githka that you enhanced? Well, Ellie pulls it out. Oh God, what's the word for it? Oh God, what was the word for fire again? I wrote this down somewhere, but I can't find it. Vivi?
Hold on.
I'm sorry, I should have. I want to show off my chest. Anything.
I mean, you can just say the word for it.
Yeah, okay. I'm annoyed at myself now. But yeah, she
You'll find it
ignites it and twirls it around.
Oh, fun. That's a solid enchantment you got there.
This is thanks to Arana managing to beat a red dragonborn in a pepper eating contest.
Looks over at you, eyebrows up over his little goggles. Just, damn,
I ate a lot of peppers.
mad respect.
Paid the price.
Mad respect on that front. Us red dragonborn take pride in that. Probably didn't take that easy.
But, anyways, anything we find, we will. If we can carry it out, we will. If we can't, we'll bury it.
You've got your bag. So
Yes.
that should hold just about everything.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
It's too bad we can't just shove the entire city in it. It's like, oops, there's nothing here anymore. I don't know where it went.
Well, since we're going and we're taking, there's stuff we might want to grab. Is there anything in the bag we can leave with Schmeisek to make sure we like
take a lot of your junk from the cottage out with you.
Yeah, like maximize our room in the bag for anything we might want to grab?
I can make another bag of holding if need be, so.
No. I mean, in a day.
Yeah, I could probably manage that. Probably.
That might not be a bad idea. Especially if there's shit in there we want to that we find we want to take with us.
Maximizing storage capacity, well, given everything that's probably best, because otherwise it could be lost to as a major history depending on what happened.
Yeah, so that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do. If I don't make it in time just before you guys have to leave, just pull out the stuff you want to drop off and I'll hold on to it.
That's fair.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Cat?
All right.
Cat. That PlayStation 3 has not turned on the entire time I've been sitting here for 3 years, and you've just turned it on. What have you done? Get off!
Oh, yeah.
Criminal.
So is there anything else you want to do today?
Time's starting to run out on that front, but we should be able to get to some of the shops.
I mean,
Well, we can get to it in the morning. They're not going to leave until the sun's fully up in the sky.
true. What time is it now? Like 10-ish?
Getting close to 10, probably around 9:30ish after all the talking.
Yeah, we do want to make sure we get a full night's of sleep. And we're going to wake up much earlier than a bunch of college kids.
College kids on a field trip, yeah. I guarantee you none of them are some of them probably aren't going to sleep tonight at all.
Oh, great.
And they have a lot of walking. Yeah.
Well, thank you all once again for your help with everything. Sorry for getting you all wrangled into all this mess. But, all things considered, I'm glad it's you guys, not, less, reputable folk.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have been involved in this anyway.
Yeah, eventually.
Kyra's the one who they called dead.
What? Called what?
Dead. They started this by labeling you as dead, so you were kind of wrangled into this from the beginning.
You did tell me a little bit about that.
Dead. Kyra, dead.
Good.
Good.
Fatality.
Alright, well, I'll show you all to the rooms I've got. Mind the dust.
What's
Okay,
this thing you
Kyra.
wanted?
Look who you're talking to.
Fair enough.
Look.
Alright, as for you, big guy, you wouldn't mind stepping out back with me for a minute.
No.
Oh, since we're just kind of resting for this tonight, Is there anywhere, like, you wouldn't happen to have any strange growths around, would you?
What?
What?
Growths.
Yeah, like
You can't
mushrooms or
just
anything weird
ask
like
someone
that?
if they have strange growths.
This is Marascos. I think everyone has weed. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Whatever. He just waves it off and leaves.
I mean, there's an entire forest of fungi inside the mountain.
Yeah, everyone deals here.
That's not what I'm looking for.
You're
I'm trying to use a
gross.
thing. I want to use a thing that I've not used the entire game, but I've had access to since the beginning.
Well, you have time.
Yeah, I have an herbalism kit. I'd like to mess around with some herbs.
All right, you've got a few hours before bedtime if you wish.
Oh
Yeah.
Or
no,
you can
Ellie's
do
gonna
it in the
get.
morning.
Oh god, Ellie's gonna use it. Money Kyra gave her to buy drugs.
No, I'm curious what I can do with this. I haven't messed
Yeah,
with it
you're
yet.
buying herbs.
I mean,
You're gonna make poison.
Finding herb.
You
Finding
want to go
herbs,
do
there's a
shrooms.
difference. Finding herbs is a big difference.
yeah, I want to see what I can like make, because
That sounds like a kinky dryad sex
Shit.
novel.
It does.
because God damn it.
Kind of does.
50 Shades of Herb.
A
I've
time
met
for love.
Shmamelia. I've seen Shmamelia work. I'm kind of curious if she can do anything with that.
That's entirely possible.
But I kind of need to find
Yep, you can do that either now or you can do it in the morning.
I'll do it now so I can get a full night's sleep.
All right. Roll.
Weird growths.
Yep. Roll survival check to find weird growths.
Hey, Ellie, you're really good at this. Ellie, you're really good at this. Please don't fuck it up.
You fucked it up.
Fuck you, Ellie.
Aw.
You
Fuck
fucked it up.
God damn it, I'm +7.
You feel
25 on the
self-conscious.
other side.
You feel self-conscious after the strange growths comment.
God
Getting
damn
better.
it. God damn it.
You managed to find a few here and there, but they are very strange growths. One of them gets up and runs away when you try to pluck it out of the ground.
Oh, strange.
Growth.
As you're moving
God damn it.
around, you get kind of distracted and get kind of tired. You see a stand that's kind of got... It's one of those weird, it seems to be drawing a pretty good crowd, one of those weird kind of raffle games.
Oh. I mean, might as well. I'm here.
Step right up, everyone. Step right up. We've got some surplus from this year's brood. Best deal you'll ever find.
Excuse me, sir.
It's like, why, yes. Strange
What
fella.
brood? Lady, thank you.
I mean, that's pretty... I don't see the distinction. You say he noticing that it's a white-scaled dragonborn.
Ah. What brood are you speaking of?
Why, the clutch this year, of course.
Of pseudo-dragon?
Why, yes. It just kind of gestures over, and there's like just this pile inside of this giant wicker basket of various little draconic-looking eggs. The hatchery has had, well, all frankness, they have been going absolutely bananas on each other.
Oh, God. I didn't need to have that information, but all right.
Somebody snuck in the berry white.
And you are selling them, or...
Oh, we're doing raffles for them.
Ooh. How does this work? We are curious.
You roll yourself this little contraption here, and if you get a little marble that rolls out that matches one of the colors we've got, well...
Ooh.
Can't guarantee much of anything about the results you get. Results may vary. Loyalty of said pseudo-dragon is not guaranteed.
Oh, yes, that's fair.
I'd say just have to make absolutely sure.
Of course. So what do I actually roll a BB?
Roll a D100 for me, and I'll let you know.
Oh boy. All right. 63.
Not bad. Okay, I have to roll a few things of my own. Let you know
Oh,
how this
no.
goes.
So are we all together, or just Ellie go off on?
I went off because Kel went with
Isaac. If you guys
If any
wanted
of
to
you
go
guys-
with Ellie, you could, but
Yeah, if any of you guys wanted to commit me, Ellie's fine with that.
You were going to
she's
go look
got-
for weird growths. Ron doesn't want anything to do with that.
I mean, Kyra probably taking Imako out. So she
Are
probably
you-
find Ellie. Also, Imako's wanted a pet.
aw, that sounds cute. Maybe I can make it my familiar. We can start a whole racket. Is that how it works?
Oh,
Well, see, if you get, you need to make a triangle of familiar so you can all summon each other.
Same time, think of the possibilities.
well. Probably. Why does that have one where we? Although we should, if we're going to plateau, having one around might not be a bad idea. Let's try it.
Alright, roll a D100. Let's see what happens.
Can Imako roll one too? Since this is for her.
I will see what happens on that front. 23. Oh no, I dropped a die. Where'd it go?
Oh.
There we go. Okay, noted. As Imako steps up, the Dragonborn just kind of looks down. It's like, why is this dog trying to do this?
Hey, this is our...
Hey, Imako can talk. She can speak for herself.
Canine
I know,
shaped
I'm the-
person.
I'm defending my friend.
It's like, wow. Okay, I don't actually want one anymore. And she just kind of walks off.
No.
Aww.
Not from this place.
Is she trying to goad him?
It's like, she seems pretty genuine on that front, but the guy doesn't seem particularly plussed about it either way. All right, a 63 and a 23. Okay. Oh, that's really close. Okay. Oh, all right. Great, we've got a bit of a... sorry, looking over at Ellie. Got a dud on this one.
Ah.
That is not a matching roll for that, but this one here, that is pretty damn close. Not quite grand prize, but pretty close to that. I think I've got one. Here. And he procures... Pseudo-dragon eggs aren't quite as obvious as regular dragon eggs for what you're going to get out of them, so it's kind of this bluish, got some slight orange striping to it, but...
Oh god, it's stories too, all over again.
Yep. Kinda stinky.
I didn't get a rainbow, but I did get a gold. Yep. I'll take it.
There you go. No telling what you're going to get out of it. Like I said, absolutely bananas. No one has any idea who all went with who. Someone left all the paddocks unlocked one night.
Oh God.
It was a mess. So no telling exactly what you're going to get out of that, but take good care of it. Keep it warm.
We'll do, sir. We'll do.
Righto then.
What's a mess?
Oh,
Rana pops up besides everybody. I got lonely.
hello, Aaron. Aw. We're doing a raffle.
For what?
Pseudo dragon.
Pseudo dragon eggs.
Okay.
We lost.
Kyra's
Oh,
holding. Kyra's holding.
holding a tiny
Iris
egg.
doesn't have one yet.
Kyra has another child. Kyra has a child.
This is a Mako's.
It's Mako's
Correct.
child.
I'll take super good care of it.
Oh,
You want me to
Well,
take a
he
crack at
shrugs.
it?
I mean, why not? Go for it.
All are welcome. Only one free attempt, though.
All right. What was it again? Dagon Hard?
Yep, for now. $85, okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. Hey, that's pretty close. Oh, very nice. Well, my fine friend, my fine friend. Just gonna reach in here. Yeah. Ah. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This one kind of has a slightly... It is a very dark maroon kind of color to it.
Oh.
See. I think I know. Might have a good clue to the parentage here. You're in for an interesting time. Keep it nice and warm. Somewhere dry.
Okay.
Should hatch in a couple weeks, maybe.
Gaunter, you're not trying to replace me, are you?
Gaunter can't talk.
I thought I was your animal mascot.
Gaunter can't talk. His mouth is full of me.
He's thinking it, though.
She pets him.
Oh.
Well, that's it. I guess I got an egg.
Very nice.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I don't
You
know what he means by
Hope you got a
interesting
bicycle.
time.
Hope you got a bike. You're gonna have to ride in circles a lot.
God damn it.
Well, you win some, you lose some. What
Alright.
time of night? What time of night is it now?
It is well after 10, probably approaching 11.
Let's go to the
Mm,
scallion to get something.
that is not a bad idea. Should we
Alright.
wait for Kel?
He's busy.
Meanwhile, I will DM you.
Yeah, I was
Dragon,
about
what,
to do that.
I will DM you what he's doing, what he's asking you
Oh.
to make.
I was
Ominous.
about to do the same. I was about to do the same thing.
Ooh.
Ominous. Well, not ominous,
Alright.
but sneakiness.
You guys make your way over to the Wrathful Scallion. It is a pretty busy night, all things considered. Looks like there's a lot of various young Dragonborn, and a few of those college students appear to be trying those drinks.
Oh boy.
Oh, this
It
is
is
going to be
going
funny.
very fascinatingly. One of them is currently floating outside the door and starting to float up into the air, and it's not quite as funny as it was a few moments before for them.
Can I, catch him with my whip and pull him back down?
You certainly can.
Okay.
Oh, thank
Be
you.
careful! Why would you come outside while you were floating?
There was a stiff breeze.
To be fair, I imagine a lot of these
Fair.
nerds look like a stiff breeze could just blow them over normally.
It's cold
well,
up here. I'm gonna go warm myself with another drink as he goes back
No.
inside.
Alright.
Are
We're
these
not
ones the
doing
college-
that again!
Are these ones the college students?
Mm-hmm.
Of
Oh,
course.
Oh, they.
We're not doing it
nice.
again! You get one!
You can't tell me what to do. You're not my mom.
So that's
Ah.
3d10 falling damage.
Fuck.
The nerd makes paste on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we head inside. What's it look like?
Besides smelling like college student.
It does kind of have college bar smell. It has a bit more sports bar-esque energy than it did the last time you were in there. Right this exact moment. Caroline is there at the counter, not especially distressed about it, but definitely you can tell she preferred serving the Dragonborn.
Oh,
She's like,
fair.
I hopped continents to get away from this shit kind of energy.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like anyone's giving her a hard time for being a tiefling, are they?
They're too drunk to notice, but definitely seems like there were some weird looks until they probably... You get the feeling that as drunk as some of them look and the time of night it is, they've probably been doing some tavern crawls.
Ah. Fools.
Foolish samurai.
Well, that means they give her less trouble, so whatever.
Yep. Alright, let me see here. As you enter in, her eyes light up at the sight of all of you. Oh, hi! Haven't seen all of you in a while. Glad to have you back. Find it. Oh, God. Hey! As one of them just kind of accidentally drops and breaks one of the glasses of one of the wild magic brews.
Oh no!
Mushrooms start growing out of the floorboards like instantaneously, which then launch up into the air like rockets and just disappear.
Unfortunately, we're supposed to be escorting this rebel route elsewhere tomorrow.
Oh, that's so. I'm so sorry.
What was that?
It's like she just goes, "Oh, is that so? I'm so sorry."
Not
Yeah,
sure.
it could be worse.
I'm not sure how word leaked out about this place, but good business for you, even though if they're suffering over it.
Well, the gold's good. A lot of them have it anyway.
Oh,
Iranis
so most of them
starts
came in
laughing.
broke, I imagine.
I've had to throw a few out for various reasons, yes.
Ellie shoots Arana a grin.
Funny thing is, their parents were rich and they came loaded. Wonder what happened.
It looks like your credit card was denied.
What a shame. What a shame.
Like, it's gotten so crazy, I had to point one of my most loyal customers as a bouncer. You just kind of look over and see, you recognize it as one of the first Dragonborn that was in when you guys first came in here, this gray-scaled one. He looks like he's having the time of his life, just bossing around these little beanpole nerds in robes.
It's like, oh, it's like, hey!
Hey, it's the one what turned to stone. Hey, good to see you.
Wait,
Hey,
what?
that's us.
Said to get stoned, not turn to stone.
Oh, dude.
Hey!
They get up and some of them start running out, but they're so drunk they just kind of trip over themselves. You said they had to
Hey.
leave in the morning, right?
Yes.
Great. Well, I can't just let them sleep here then.
They have a place. If they can find it.
If, keyword.
It's
well,
not like
I
they
mean,
can
they've
be
already-
robbed twice.
Well, you know, I could just take the admission out of their pockets and let them have a room here for the time being. Or at least put a note on them and leave them outside.
You could. You could.
Might be picked off by a wyvern.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That does happen out here on occasion.
Oh.
All right.
Maybe not then.
Just gestures over to the Dragonborn bouncer. Just see if you can get a few gold out of their pockets. Just to throw them in one of the rooms upstairs. All of them in one, I don't care. It's like, aye. It's like, by the way, thank you so much for this opportunity. He just kind of walks by and starts getting very excited about going through all of their pockets, pulls out a few gold, just kind of bites down on them a little bit. Adrian money's so weird, it tastes different. He just kind of starts lifting them up and dragging them, not super gently, up the stairs.
Thump, 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 thump.
Oh, he's enjoying that.
Oh,
I'm enjoying that.
So, you're all back here on business then. You're gonna be heading out pretty soon?
Yeah, we're heading out with them tomorrow. We're gonna do some shopping in the morning.
Sounds fun. I say with measured words. Kind of weird
Yeah.
seeing Madrian's here in town again.
Train.
Yeah.
Train was recently constructed.
Which means I'm probably going to be seeing a lot more of them.
Better or worse,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
Well, so long as they don't start any trouble. They are, they're not exactly... Things here don't work the way they do back in the Empire. You come after me for being a tiefling, well, I have every right to set you on fire or hire someone to set you on fire.
Or both.
Yeah.
And, Eli's doing well. Yeah, well, he mentioned when he came in that you all were, visiting with Schmeisig again. I think he's been a good influence for that boy after everything that's happened.
I'm really glad
It
that
was
he's
nice
doing
to
well.
see the boy again. Yeah.
Just
I've done the best I can for him, but, well. Well, you know how it
You
is.
are doing very well. He seems very happy.
Well, he's doing the best he can. I mean, he lost everyone he knew. I think deep down
Yeah.
that's not something you can really face easily.
he's doing as
Just
well as he
work.
can.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as helpful as I can, but I can only do so much. Anyway, can I get you all anything?
Just something to eat, something to drink. Alright.
All right. If you all are technically working, then nothing too hard.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah.
No.
Perhaps we would like a wild. Is it possible to get one of those wild magic brews to go?
Normally, I would say absolutely not. And in your case, I'm still going to say absolutely not.
Aw, it's for our friend. He missed it.
Wait, the Minotaur fellow you came in here with? I was
Mhm.
wondering about where he was.
Yes, he's missing it. We're sure he'd want to try one of these.
Blatant lies.
Oh
No,
no,
it's not.
he do.
You do.
Tell
It's
me.
not a lie.
Yep.
I am. Ellie is sincere. She doesn't want to drink right now because shit's about to go down tomorrow. But like, one for Kel is not going to hurt him.
Kel probably is the one here who'd do the best with it besides Urana. Right.
I mean, I don't know. Ellie has the highest constitution.
Yeah, we saw how that got you.
Hey, I didn't get drunk. I just had the effects happen.
It's true. All right. All right. One to go.
Thank you.
Don't tell anyone, and I mean anyone, that I did that. Because this is not the norm.
Of course, we understand.
She very quickly whips one of them up and makes all of you just a nice little sausage platter. Sausage and eggs mostly, kind of breakfast
Oh
for dinner.
no, I'm
Mm.
hungry now. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm hungry now.
Why didn't you eat?
Oh, I ate lunch.
Shame on you.
So
My
yes, and
schedule, everything's been thrown off.
the sausage is nice. It's well seasoned, well smoked. Kind of juicy.
You're doing that on purpose now.
Why would I not do that on purpose?
He's got you there.
On.
And you don't get anything alcoholic in that regard. Nothing really hard. Just she had some fruit juices and the like stored up.
Hmm.
Okay.
Nothing fermented. Just, well, where are you all headed off to? As the bar just kind of starts getting a little quieter. A lot of the college kids kind of running out of steam or gold, whichever comes first. They're not. Very few of them are heavyweights in terms of how much they can stomach. I mean, these are wizards for
Really?
crying out loud.
The college kids can't drink as much as they were expecting. What a surprise!
College kids with wizard levels.
And Schmoliver smelled blood on.
Yep.
Oh, the blood, it calls to me.
I hope he got at least half of them.
You'll find out
sweet
another
blood.
time. Where are you all headed?
Some sort of old ruin to the west. West, right?
It's east, actually.
East. Looking at your map.
Yep.
To the east.
You're headed to... I don't know too much about any of the lands beyond here.
The fire is doing a weird thing on this map, PV, for me.
You have to refresh for it not to do that.
It
I
looks-
didn't do that just now.
Looks like a lava lamp.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
It does
Beer
that
real quick?
sometimes. There you go.
That should be better.
Yep, you're heading right here.
Yep. To the east then.
And back to that. Well, I don't know much about beyond this town. I've never really left it. Once since I came here, but I wish you luck with it. I get plenty of guild folk who head out from and beyond, but can't say I've heard anybody going there yet. Hope it's lucrative and hope you all stay safe. I don't want to hear that the next time you come in, not all of you are here, and it's for a bad reason.
Well, we always do our best to be safe, but you can't always tell.
I see some new scars on you.
Yeah. Pretty sure I almost died from that one. She gestures to the scar that is now running, like, almost split her nose in half. But we will endeavor to be as safe as possible.
I hope so. Well, you're always welcome here at the Scallion. I mean it. Not everyone I've met is, it's nice to see people that are kinder to those who aren't always used to experiencing kindness. What you did for Eli was nice. It was better than most ever would have.
Still don't understand why not.
Tiefling history is complicated. Stupid complicated.
I'm back. Sorry.
Meanwhile, if a tiefling was born in a halfling community, it's like, that kid's kind of funny.
This kid kind of funny. He's got some horns. That's all right.
Oh.
Whatever.
He's got some nubs on his head.
Oh, he's cute.
A tiefling baby just left on the doorstep of a hobbit home.
Aw, I found a little horn child.
It's mine now.
What
Anybody
should
gonna-
we name it?
Anybody gonna claim this kid? No, it's mine now.
It's like, oh, it kind of looks like a half deer. You sure? Looks more like a lizard to me. Look, it's got hooves.
Well, when it
Dragons don't
gets
have
old-
hooves.
Well, when it gets older, we'll ask it.
Oh god, pretty much. Fucking now I have a new character idea too. Thanks.
You're welcome. All
It's
right.
like, we don't know the dietary requirements of this horned child. Second breakfast won't hurt.
Only option is to feed it everything we've got and see what sticks.
Trying to fucking... How do you baby-proof a house when the baby casts thaumaturgy at will?
You don't. Yeah,
Like-
because when tiefling children throw temper tantrums, they hellish rebuke.
The halflings just put oven mitts on
Yes.
and hold the
diaper
child.
Changing with diaper oven. Anyway,
Hey, honey, I found the baby in the oven again. Take him out.
So anything we're waiting on?
Nope. Just making talk, and the stupid idea of a tiefling child being left on a halfling doorstep got brought up.
Just what happens.
Honey, the baby's in the oven again. He's trying to take a nap.
Leave him there.
Oh, he's
Yeah, but I
cool and
really need to
comfortable.
cook dinner.
Well, move him to the other oven.
Can't you use the other oven? That's why
This
we
one's
have two.
bigger. This one's
Meanwhile,
bigger. And it's got two
No one with the
racks.
context. It's like, you put a baby in the oven.
Well, yeah, he likes it in there.
He just randomly starts himself on fire anyways. It's the safest place.
Alright. Now, you all managed to have a nice enough conversation, and now we briefly go back over to Schmeizik's place as you are finishing up the final adjustments to his little project for you. Just like that, rivet that in, and that should do it. Okay, thank you very much, big guy. You are not kidding. Blessings of a forge god. I should call on you more often.
Yeah. Only one left, apparently.
Yeah, heard a little bit about that. Just so you like straight up have a little god talking inside of your head, little bitty one.
God, just hate.
What's it like?
Better. How to describe it? Oh no. I'd say it's like having a dad I never wanted.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
He's
There's
not
just-
trying to be rude about it, but yeah.
There's just silence for a moment. Just okay, noted. Touching something there. Touched something like a
I
nerve.
never wanted. Now I never want to leave.
Just
The dad I never know I wanted.
I was almost insulted there, but then you pulled it back. It's about to be all like, fine, no magic powers for you.
Wow.
Find a new acolyte who appreciates it. God. And that is very interesting. I mean, I've met a couple of clerics, and well, you know the one I'm talking about when I say not all of them are conversational.
I'm not either.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Well, you've done pretty well on this front. This should service my needs rather well should things get a little dicey. So, if you're interested, there's a really big forge in the inside of the city.
There. That's how it kind of almost started, sort of.
Oh, really? Wait a minute. Right after I met those other three idiots,
Wow.
he says with a smile on his face.
3 idiots in Kyra.
Right after I met
I
those
don't know.
right after I met those 4 idiots.
Mondo, how can?
Good thing she's not here.
That's you.
Yeah, just after that.
That Thunderforge went nuts one day. They said they met you right after that. That's that little dad you never wanted but never knew you needed in your head have something to do with that?
Yeah. Gave him the jolt he needed to wake back up.
Hmm.
I hear there's one down in Akaton, is it?
Yeah, there's a bunch of old stuff in Akaton like that. Fire giants used to live there alongside the dragons. That would
Well,
make
apparently there's an important one down there.
Yeah, there's various giant shrines all over the world from what I understand. I'm not so super much of an expert here, but I'm gonna roll for him, see how he does. Ah, nice roll, Schmeisek. 17 on the die. From what I remember, giants mostly lived on the Skystone Islands. You know, those floating rocks you can occasionally see up in the sky on clear days.
Yeah.
And Fanto is one of those, you know. It just crashed into the ocean. Might be something there, for all we know. Definitely something worth keeping your eye on when we head that way.
Yeah. For sure.
Well, I'll do everything I can to help you for that. I owe you that much.
It's no big deal.
Well, you'd be surprised what no big deal actually is a big deal to someone else. So don't sell yourself too short. Probably ought to go and make sure that everybody here is waiting for them to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that everything's ready. Come on. Just kind of wheels his way up to the door, up to a little ramp. You can use one of the bigger doors if you like.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. Alright, so you all, after having your conversations, if there's anything else you wish to do, you may do so. If not, you can head back to Schmeisix and we can get started with the next thing.
I think I'm good here.
I'm
Okay.
good.
Oh, wait.
Well,
Was that guy?
No, I said I just said I'm good.
Oh, okay.
So I'm curious how the wild magic drink is gonna go.
Yeah.
You all arrive back in unison at the front doorway. Schmeisix in there waiting by a little bit of a fire in the hearth. It is a tiny little gnome-sized hearth, so it's only appropriately sized for Arana, but...
Now you know how I feel all the time.
Kel. You missed it, so we brought you one of these.
Oh,
One of the she hands on the wild magic brew.
that's nice.
We
She
thought you'd
actually
like
let
to
you
try it.
take- She'd actually let you take one of those home. She never does that.
It was only because we were giving it to a friend.
Yeah, I've heard her explicitly turn that one down before, so she must really like you guys.
Aw.
Alright, if anything breaks, you're paying for it. How do I
Wait,
care?
what? Oh, well, yeah, we're leaving.
Bottoms up. So is that a
Hey.
1d100?
Mm-hmm. $61, okay.
Oh, that was
You're
so
looking at
close.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay. At first, there's no visible effects whatsoever.
Huh.
Now, when you say that, huh, your voice rattles the entire room down to its foundations.
Thaumaturgy.
Jeez, Kel, you just kind of hear Mr. rattling around in your head.
Ellie's knocked flat on her back.
It's like inside voice, damn. It's like, okay, I was joking about the don't break anything. You almost broke everything.
Ow.
Oops.
That oops also rattles the entire room.
Well, I'm gonna be in here tonight. Carrie puts the doorknob on a wall and walks inside.
Yep, that's a good little extra thing. Well, just when you put the wall, it makes a little audible splat sound, like the actual word splat is said.
Opens up the. Oh, Schweitzer hasn't seen our fucking.
Yep. It's like, huh, that's handy.
Kyra, may I come in there too? I'm afraid I'm going to get brained by something falling off the wall.
Sure.
Kyra?
Also, when you walk inside, you found that there's, Kyra's bed she had in the school house.
Yep, it's in there.
It's in there.
It takes up a decent chunk of the space in there, but it is in there.
Also, all the books from the basement.
Hope you all like sleeping on books.
They're all stacked neatly. There's enough space for like 3 people to sleep still.
Barely, but yes. They're nearly stacked up to the ceiling.
Hey, Kyra, is there room for us in there?
Between her and Mako, Irana, and the book.
Pretty tight. You might have to Jenga your way to sleep.
It's fine. I'm just not sure how well we'll fit in this magic set.
Not sure how well I'll fit in here with that kind of racket.
Oops.
We could fit Schmeisig, but Tella and definitely probably not going to fit.
Well, I'm just gonna go see to some things in the study real quick, and just gonna leave you alone in your hopefully silence.
He's kind of frowning a little bit.
I'm sorry, Kel, but I've heard you snore before, and I don't want to die.
Yeah, we'll be outside.
He's got the look of a kicked puppy.
Oh, it's all right, Kel. Think of it this way: if we run into anything tomorrow, you can scream at it.
That would probably work normally if you're inside of your head. Your voice does not rattle anymore once you do that little sigh.
Okay. Oh, it's
yeah.
over. All right. They don't last very long, but we couldn't be sure.
Good.
Oh, what?
That was awful.
Do you want chicken, Abby? That's why you're here. You want chicken. There.
Says Ellie.
Another rust monster runs off into the thing.
This one eats chicken, weirdly.
Okay, he's up, so if you want to leave, you can.
I will. I just didn't want to get, a pot smacking him in the head, because I've had enough head trauma.
Yeah, that's fair.
Didn't even need to make a room for Kyra, because Kyra brings her own room.
Irana does, make a point to go and, offer Kel a hug, because she knows he doesn't like, unsolicited affection, because it's gross.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it.
All she can hug is your ankle, but she does it anyway.
You almost disappear into the fur.
I'll go find my bed.
Can't miss it. It's the biggest one in here.
Yep.
You find the little doorway indicated for you. He actually wrote out little name cards on all the doors in appropriate sizes for you to all to sleep in.
Aww.
But the rooms are still gnome size, so when you open up
damn
that
it.
door, part of the bed kind of, for you, Kel, pushes out of the door frame a tiny bit. The bed is taking up the majority of the floor space.
This is fine.
Oh, he's trying so hard.
It's only for one night, big guy.
How did you get that in there?
Probably magic.
Pretty
And a
much.
lot of elbow grease.
Artificery. You can do a lot with it. A lot.
What's Ellie's room look like?
Slightly more floor space, but not much.
Not much.
See what he did was, it was an IKEA bed frame. He assembled it in the room.
Ah,
Oh no.
it's going to fall apart on
Mattress.
you.
The mattress is a blow-up mattress.
Oh god.
So when you lay down on it, half of the air is already out on one side, and you're just kind of laying there like, I hate this place.
Too tiny.
Like he lays in the middle and it burritos around him. He looks like a Minotaur taco.
Oh.
Well, guess this is happening.
Meanwhile, Kyra.
You have the flumfer space all to yourself. It's almost idyllic. You can just hear this faint sound of running water, the sound of a flump choir singing off in the distance.
So
Okay.
is the choir leader Gregorio?
God damn it!
Actually, it was alto, but yes. It was canto.
Also, Sopran.
So
Soprano is there too, yeah.
they can all be canon. They can all be friends.
Contralto.
Oh, they are. You guys don't realize every time you come up with a bad new flump fun, I'm all like, hell yeah, I don't have to make it up myself.
Gregorio's doing the Halo chant.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Beata Maria.
As I head to sleep,
I know
I
exactly
think
what
about-
needs to play.
I think about the weird dreams I've been having. The distant singing, and try and focus on that as I fall asleep.
Interesting segue on that front.
Oh,
Do we all get married? I mean, do we all get dreams?
Nothing super noteworthy on that front. Kel, you dream of being back, and you actually have a nostalgic dream about being back at home. You bringing up being what happened to you when you were 13 made you have a few childhood flashbacks and some actually pleasant moments of Runa having a wet rag that's really warm and rubbing it on some cuts and bruises you got from getting into another fight. Stern and kind of chastising you for, one, getting into a fight in the first place, and two, for not actually winning it.
Yeah.
Keep saying that you don't have claws. That's the big difference. Having the claws makes all the difference. Have to make do with your own hands.
I have horns, though.
It's like, that's not the same thing. You use a horn on somebody, you could actually kill them. You don't want to kill them, you want to embarrass them. Urana, your dreams are honestly just pretty ineffectual. It's a nice memory. It just flits in and out of reality.
It's just
Some memories, all of it is kind of blending together.
a weird blend of whatever the hell happened to me in the last 20,
Nothing unpleasant.
20 or so years of my life.
Also, this is what the flumps playing in Kyra's from space.
Yeah, you're the ambient theme music of the Flumfer space. Kyra, you have a dream of going to school, but you're not in your underwear. Your teeth aren't falling out. No anxiety dreams. You have a dream
Whoa.
that you did really, really well at school.
This was probably.
It's even more terrifying.
Now, Ellie, though.
Why does everyone else get prophetic dreams?
no one else has.
Ellie,
Yes.
your dream is weirdly lucid.
Oh
but
no.
also you're kind of It kind of looks like that hazy lake in Bloodborne where Rom was, in a way. Kind of this hazy white expanse of fog. There's like ankle deep white water all around you.
Oh, interesting.
You can't see anything on the horizon. And you faintly hear that singing again, but it dies out
Oh, no.
as you hear footsteps.
Ooh. Is there anywhere to hide?
No, it is a completely
Oh.
open, foggy space.
Alright, she's in a defensive stance at least.
As you do so, you actually see all of the specters of your siblings emerge,
Oh!
kind of forming a circle around you. They all in
Oh.
unison look at you.
Hello. We haven't had
Hi.
the chance to see all of you yet. Oh.
Ah, you actually heard me coming. That's surprising.
What?
Normally it's the other way around. You see coming out of the fog is Patina.
Oh! Shit. Patina!
Hi.
Hello!
You are dreaming technically, but this is a magic thing. Best way I could get at some uninterrupted time with you. Did you not die recently, or almost die?
I did, yes.
That explains it.
Is she, like, wearing her armor and stuff?
Yes.
She, like, pulls it down to show the fucking scars.
Yeah, close to death. That's what I figured.
Pissed off Hydra.
Yeah.
Decided to be a real bitch and unload everything it had at once.
Salt.
Thought so. There was,
Yeah!
there was a big, much bigger than it should have been, little ripple when that happened a few days ago, and I just had this shaking
Oh.
feeling that it had to do with you.
Wait, what do you mean?
Not sure.
A big rip?
Yes, a ripple. That's the only way I know how to describe it.
Do you normally get those when someone dies?
People die every few seconds, Ellie. You think I'd come and visit all of them in their dreams?
No, but you said it was bigger than normal.
Much.
From us?
I think so.
Oh no,
Oh.
Ellie's the main character.
She made the earth fart.
God damn it. Maybe it's because we have all of our siblings with? Maybe?
Possible. I still have no idea why that is, why they're all tied to you like that. Why I feel people with ties to death are very, very rare. There's no death god in this world. There almost was one, but they turned it down.
I mean, is it possible that nobody knows there's one?
That's a very strange possibility, but I suppose not an impossibility. Either way.
I
You
mean,
see-
nobody really knew that my race came from elves, so there's plenty of things that people just don't know about.
I mean, that makes you literally no different from your Minotaur friend on that regard.
Well, no, my point is that there's a lot of mystery in this world.
I ain't kidding about that. So,
It's
How
good
have
to
you
see
been?
you, at least.
good
Oh.
to see you, all things considered.
Did we send Patina a message with the spell?
You
With
did
sending-
not.
Okay, she fucking tells him everything. The
Shit.
fucking war about to break. Yeah. yeah. Shit. That's what's been up. We're getting ready to leave. We're going to Fanto. Kyra's sister is there.
Be careful, is all I can ask.
We're doing our best. We're taking Schmeisig with us. So if you ever need to get a hold of us outside of, this, I guess, there's always Schmeisig.
Be extra careful then.
Why is that? Why is that?
Isaac's old. I don't want him to die.
Oh, okay. Um, why were you singing before you showed up?
What?
Why were you singing before you showed up? And have you been trying to do this for a while now?
Oh, I've not. This is the first time.
Oh,
I don't know anything about any singing. I can't carry a tune with a dam.
we heard us singing before you showed up, and been hearing it in our dreams for a while now. Should probably bring it up with Kyra. She's smart. She might know something.
I don't know anything about that. Things that communicate through dreams, through magic, are certainly a common enough thing, but it's just... Well,
It happened after the curse was cured, though.
that is weird.
Are you okay, Patina?
All things considered, I'm fine. Just a little... I think it's a little strange that, what happened.
That
I'm
is...
not kidding when I say a ripple. Like, I was sleeping, actually, and something woke me up. Something powerful.
It could be all of them, and she motions at all her siblings. How many are there altogether?
There were 12 at the very beginning.
Okay. At the beginning?
There's 11 of them now.
Oh! Wait a minute. Wait. Wait. One of them's gone.
That's interesting.
One of them will blow for you.
Oh no, I hope not.
Cat has 9 lives.
I didn't even have to roll a death save. That's strange. This is the first time we've seen them, besides, summoning them.
It's definitely an unusual thing. I don't know what your tie is, what's so special about your spirit in that regard, but something big is going on that front. You've got a very powerful physical sense about you, but I recommend you try strengthening your mind as well, and not just your mind, your spirit.
We've been trying to focus our mind. It's not been going easy, but
Not so easy when you've got a whole bunch of things. You've lived the
Yeah.
life of something hunted. I'm going to teach you something. Here, have a seat.
okay. Then she sits. Do her siblings sit with her?
All of them, yes.
Oh.
You know, when I was a kid, I could see ghosts. That was always the weird thing with me. Not everyone can do that. It's not unheard of, but get you weird looks, get you made fun of. A priest of Ragmuth. Kind of fortunate that he was nearby, I guess. Taught me a few important ways to find peace when it felt like those ghosts just were screaming, because the thing is that when they know you can see them, you eventually start to be able to hear them. And that's a lot of voices when they realize that they can talk to you. All the people, all the loved ones they want you to find, all the people that they want to leave passing messages onto. It's a nightmare.
Do they talk to you? And she motions at her siblings.
I don't think they know how, but they sure seem to look at me when I'm talking at them. In fact, it's actually kind of unsettling. When they look at me, it's like they're trying to protect you from me.
You're our friend.
I hope they know that. I really don't want to have to banish them if they try to come after me.
Well, they. Please don't
I-
banish our siblings.
Hey, if it's my life or their death, well, I can grant them peace at least. I don't intend to. If I did, I would have by now. But back to my original point.
Yes, sorry.
Clearing your mind and finding a center isn't easy all the time, but one way that helps me was prayer.
Fair. We've only ever done that once, to thank Ragnar.
Well, then you already have a good idea of it. There's not really much in the way of formal prayers to Ragmuth, considering he's sleeping most of the time. But the tongue of the earth is helpful for that. Although you know the tongue of the dead, any sacred tongue you know can help with that.
We don't know any of that. We know our tongue, some draconic, barely, and that one.
That one is honestly probably your best bet then, but when I learned it was in the tongue of the earth, the Terran tongue.
Mm-hmm.
If you like, we've got a few hours before this wears off. You'll still wake up well rested. I can teach it to you a little bit. I find it's so monotonous and boring that when I get stressed, when I get overworked, when I need to calm down and think clearly, repeating it to myself helps.
We'd like that.
May not work for you, but it works for
Well,
me. It's the best I can do.
Anything is better than how we've been going so far. We needed Arada's help to get it going this one time. Every other time has been a disaster.
Well, the best I can do is offer you some guidance on that front. Repeat after me. And Patina begins guiding you through a very short but very repetitive ritual prayer to Ragmuth through that.
Aww.
So you can roll a wisdom check with advantage and then add a d4 to it.
Oh. Wisdom
11, alright.
11. Alright. D4.
Alright.
14!
Total. Not bad. Making a
Oh,
note
no.
of that.
Especially with just a straight,
Yep. Okay. It actually manages to go pretty well. It kind of helps that you're in such a tranquil, quiet place.
Yeah.
You think you've got the bass rhythm of it in your head by that point. I'll share it with you later when I've got some of the things together if you actually want to learn the real proper words for it.
I would like to. A lot.
Alright, I will get those to you later then.
Awesome.
Not bad. You can embellish and do whatever you need to help yourself, but mantras like that help me a lot. And
Thank you, Tina.
hey, just anything to help set my own conscience at ease here. Try not to die again. I'm
We'll
afraid
do our
that might
best.
happen.
If you find anything out about us, can you let us know?
I've inquired every ghost I've seen. It's been a fascinating experience.
Do you know anyone we could ask? Maybe in Fanto area? I mean, I don't know if you've ever been there, but I imagine people like you at least know each other to some degree.
If they do, then I'm not on that club, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I've never met many others like myself. I mean, if you want to find someone of magical talent and reveal that to someone, see what happens, it's your life to gamble.
I'm not sure. We trust Kyra and Arana and Kel, but it's different.
Trust your own judgment above all else. It'll get you further than anything.
I mean, it's gotten us this far with a few slip-ups.
Slip-ups are just how you know you've gotten further. Sometimes you just need to kiss the ground.
Literally?
No, it was an okay.
That's a Ragmuth expression, isn't it?
No, maybe. I don't actually know. But either way, I think this spell's probably about to wear off. You take care. Just stay in touch, all right?
We'll try.
Don't want the only way I ever find out about what's happening to me. It would be every single time you come close to death's door.
If we wish there was a easier way to get a hold of you, sending, but that's a hard thing to come by.
Indeed.
Knock on death's door enough times, he might answer.
Well, take care of yourself. Let the others know I said hi.
Oh, definitely. They'll be glad to hear from you. We thought about sending you a message, but we only had so much.
Right.
Take care, Patina.
You too.
If you get the chance, get safe.
Sure. I'm pretty safe now, but...
Where are you now?
Still in the town.
Ah, okay.
Been a lot of spirits to put to rest.
She nods.
I'll be seeing you then.
You
Just
as well.
Turns around and starts walking off into the fog, disappears, and you wake up.
Well, that happened.
Yep.
It takes a moment to just think did that happen? Was that a dream?
You
No, that's
remember
way
it
too-
very clearly.
Yeah, that was way too lucid to be just a dream. She peeks her head out the door, takes a listen if anyone's awake yet. Is anyone awake yet?
The sun is up. You all could be up and about now if you wish. It looks like you slept all through the night.
Oh no, do I hear Cal snoring?
Sure do.
Oh jeez. Well,
It would sound like a chainsaw if chainsaws existed.
Artificers could make one if they really wanted.
Mm-hmm.
they could. Well, Cal's still asleep. So Ellie heads and checks for everybody else.
Ron is still
Or
sleeping. Pretty sure.
How about Kyra? Kyra?
Kyra's in the safe space, so you don't know.
Ah, damn it!
Isaac
No,
is
no,
no.
definitely up and moving around.
Ah, okay.
The answer is yes, but
She's
Yeah, you're-
reading. She's reading
Yeah.
as long as she can until the safe space expires.
Good morning, Smizek.
On it.
Smizek.
basically, safe space expiring is basically her alarm.
Yep.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Smizek.
The safe
Yeah.
space will now be closing in 30 minutes.
They don't give a vague thing. It's just the safe space will be closing in this many. There's no visual indication of what many.
Patina contacted us last night.
That's so. Through your dreams?
Yeah. Has he done that with you before?
No, but I've known clerics that had the ability to do so.
Fair.
It's a powerful spell. Not something you usually waste.
No, he wanted to make sure we were okay.
Well, that's very kind of them.
We filled him in on what was going on.
A good idea. Petita's a pretty put together fellow when it comes down to it.
Yeah. He seemed a little worried about you when I mentioned you were coming.
It's very kind of them, but, well, not too much to worry about on that front. I'm not planning on getting into harm's way again anytime soon, but that's still kind of them all the same. He just kind of gets back. He's shoving a few things into a little satchel on his side.
Like crouches next to him.
Yep.
So what were you and Kel doing last night?
I had him make something in case, well, things do get hairy.
Ah, gotcha. Did you hear that?
God damn it.
Try not to. Did your horn pop the air mattress?
Maybe. It's the sound of a sad dying balloon.
And the sad waking up cow.
Okay, insight, Schmeizik.
Sure.
See how he's holding up with all this.
17. Okay. Let's roll on his end. He's trying to contain himself a little.
Yeah.
Wow, you matched.
Oh, aggressor wins.
Aggressor wins. You don't get a ton, but you get the vibe just a little bit that he's putting on a face. It's hard to tell exactly what he's feeling underneath it, but he's acting like he's more okay than he actually is. He's got something on his mind.
Ellie puts a hand on his shoulder.
He got big hands.
Yeah, and not like pressure, like to hurt him, but like a solid, firm grasp on his shoulder.
Geez, you really have big hands.
But all the better to hit things with.
Emma, should I be scared?
Meaty claws!
Schmeizik,
Yeah.
you can talk to us.
Yeah, I suppose I can.
We're all going through this. We've lost. We've done 2 homes in our lives, and we've lost both of them.
What's that like?
It hurts. You. Both times it's against your will. First time it's because you're different. Second time it's because you're different, but in an entirely different way. Makes you wonder if you're ever going to find anywhere that's truly yours. But her eyes drift to like the nearest place one of the others is sleeping. That is not quite as bad the second time.
Not. Well, it's good perspective, I guess. Thank you. Got a few more things I need to take care of. I don't really have anything in the pantries for breakfast or anything. I honestly don't have much food in here right now.
We'll find something. We usually do.
Yeah.
If there's anything around, we could probably go scrounge it up. We're good at that.
Gotta just, don't go looking for any weird growths.
God damn it. We were just... Listen, we were looking for various herbs and things to see if we could do something with them.
Like, don't worry about it. I'm just messing with you a little bit. I'm gonna pack some things up.
We'll hear if you need any help before we head out.
I'll let you know if I do. Don't worry, though. I've got some help. He claps his hands twice, and from behind you in one of the corner underneath the tarp, that metal guard Drake that he normally took with him down just kind of rises up and starts walking after him.
Ellie stretches, gets up and stretches. Sees that no one else has come out yet.
I peeked out the door.
Yep.
I heard some noise. I'm hearing noises now, though. Yeah.
You're hearing stirring. This is an old house. Everything creaks. You would have heard, even Arana's tiny feet would have creaked a little bit.
Pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter, pitter patter.
Well, they'll be out when they're ready. And she just waits for people to get up.
However long you guys choose to.
Yep.
Rana comes out the door and she goes, "Geez, this house creaks more than my grandpa does."
Kyra. Blah. Ha, Rana.
Oh, good morning, Ellie.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Lots of creaking as he gets out of his room. Very
Yeah.
ungracefully.
As he takes
Please.
steps, there's as he takes steps, there are little clouds of dust that come down from the ceiling. This house was not built for someone of his girth.
Ellie's face is. Ellie's got a lot of thoughts on her mind. She visibly.
You look like you're thinking deep over there.
We are, but we'd rather have everyone together.
So where's breakfast?
There is none. We have to go get it ourselves, Kel.
Fuck.
Hey, it's all right. Me and Arana are here. Between the two of us, we could scrounge up something perfectly good.
No offense to the little guy, but this place stinks.
Wow.
Everything is too small and there's not enough food.
To be fair, you're like 10 of him. Kyra, you awake yet?
You hear the Civilization 5 sound, damn, as the door opens.
Door opens,
Ah.
and you just hear that ambience says, "The Flunfish space is now closing."
Ibaka probably just trots out and just stretches.
Yep, exactly
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, you had a good night's sleep. I mean, so did I, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
everybody's well rested.
Well, Imako can't sleep, but still.
She got a good night's rest all the same. That
Yeah, she
ambience
can
is so
rest.
nice, actually.
Everybody? Something happened last night.
Like, what kind of something?
Well, we saw Patina.
Okay.
He contacted us in our dreams. And, well, you remember when we were fighting the Hydra?
Yeah.
Well, Patina felt some kind of ripple when that happened, when we almost, died. You know. We filled him in on everything that's been going on. He knows where we're going and what's happening. He's still in the town.
I guess that's good.
Yeah. Hmm.
Did he think this ripple of yours was, something dangerous for you, or...
She
Just-
throws up the biggest shrug. He has no idea. This is not something he's ever felt before.
I bet that pissed him off.
Well, that's not concerning.
It's very concerning.
I was being ironic.
Well, it's hard to tell with you sometimes, Kel. Kyra. Kyra?
I said, him?
Oh, you've read a lot and studied things. Have you ever heard of some kind of repetitive dream singing?
What do I roll for that, baby?
Knowledge Arcana.
Alright. Carrot? Low.
We thought maybe it was Patina when he showed up, but it's been happening.
14.
Ah,
Another
Okay.
lower. I'm rolling low than.
Those are low rolls for you. That's the funny part. Good, decent rolls for other people are low for you. That's what happens when you play the big brain. All right. You're waking up. You're just kind of being hit by our scholarly questions right out of the gate. You are... That's just way too vague and broad a question to pin it down. There are things that are, like, magically powerful enough to, like, echo out like that, but no way of knowing what.
I think I'm taking a few more caffeine and for I answer that question in any certainty.
That's fair.
Good, you're all up. Schmeisek just kind of rolls back into the room. He's got a few more things that he's stuffing into the bag at his side.
Patina also just wanted me to deliver to all of you a hello, and he's thinking about you.
Something must be really wrong with him then. Schmeisek says as he just keeps wheeling past you all into another room.
She Ellie makes a face like
Well, should we go rustle up some breakfast?
Yeah, I guess
Yes,
I'll go
please.
look for something. I'll go look for edible things, and you turn those edible things into good things.
I mean, we're still in town. We can just go buy edible things.
Could just
I
get
guess.
ourselves. We're gonna be on the road. I want a nice, good breakfast that's greasy and gonna stick with me, even though I don't actually need to eat it. I want to feel it.
Okay.
I guess.
Imaka says that she's looking to Kyra.
Yep. And making one of the most recognizably dog-like faces, just looking right at you, just in that very intense, look at me, you know what I want kind of manner.
The kind of American breakfast I'll give you like 3 weeks of calories to burn off.
Yep. Awful house food, basically.
There you go.
God. Fucking dog is contemplating murder.
It's exactly that, yes. All right. You all step very carefully out of Schmeisek's home, him briefly waving you off, telling you good luck, and he'll be in touch.
Ellie. Oh. You lost. Oh.
Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Hello?
You good?
Okay.
It is a very chilly morning once again, but, all things considered, it's fine. The sun is only just partially up.
Alright. I'm also. What do I roll to figure out what supplies we
Well, you can roll a... I guess just general intelligence would work here.
Alright, Kyra. Well, let's see if you can bottom out.
Ow.
Huzzah!
Wow, it is very
Ah.
early.
Alright, let's try
Yeah.
that again. Just to see.
Oh my god!
Roll
Oh
20.
my god.
Okay, there
we
it
go.
is.
Fuck!
That's scary,
Christ.
actually.
You're getting out the bad rolls now.
Hopefully. I've knocked on a wood surface. Think
Yeah,
maybe
here,
you should get some caffeine before you think too hard.
Yes. Should.
Okay. Can I roll a survival to figure out what kind of things we should gather?
That won't be quite the same results, but
Okay.
it's worth trying.
Alright, I'm gonna eat first, and I'm gonna see if an investigation check is better.
All right. You all managed to find
Oh my god!
wow.
+7!
This is going to go so well. All right, so you guys all managed to find a pretty easy breakfast. Just for 1 gold between all of you, you get a hot meal that feeds every single one of you for it.
Ah.
It's dragonborn food, so it's very protein heavy.
Hell yeah. Right up Ellie's alley.
That's good for
Kyra
me,
has
too.
Kills.
Kyra has 2 people.
And from there, I mean, you already... Did any of you, have a Dungeoneer's pack?
Kyra does.
I think...
Have something.
Nope, I have a diplomat's pack.
Yeah, let me check what I have.
Yeah, Kyra has an explorer's pack and a dungeoneer's pack.
Yep, that's pretty much the part and parcel for what most
I haven't-
people would need for that sort of thing. You're using things like backpacks, grappling hooks,
All
anything.
stuff Kyra has.
Yep. water skins, rations, which you guys are pretty well set up with, stuff to start a fire with. You're going into a gnomish ruin, and there's going to be a lot of elven things in there as well, so pretty...
I have explorers back, alright.
Explorer's Pack also has a lot of helpful stuff. So yeah, stuff like that is best and very helpful for us. So if you want to get some extra rope or like some stuff to help start a fire, tinderboxes and the like.
I'm gonna roll an investigation check, shop around town, and see if I find anything that be helpful.
Okay. There we go. Okay.
And that's a middling roll for me.
Yep.
Better than the other rolls, though.
By a mile. Okay,
Well, yeah, this is an average roll.
let me look a couple of things up here.
All right, advantage. So
Mm-hmm. Just looking at a couple of things on a list here for the various shopping expenditures. Let's get down to the next set here. There we go. All right. If you want, you managed to find some extra dungeoneering kits that are actually very popular over near the guild. Common things for going into underground or indoor sorts of stations. Each one of those runs 12 gold apiece.
I'll just get in. Dungeoneer. Kai already has one. I'm gonna get Cal, Arana, and
So you're going to get one for the other three. That's 36 gold altogether.
all right, Kai will afford that.
Or a
I can
what?
I'll pay
You
for
all
my
have a
own.
Dungeoneer's kit now.
Oh,
Okay. Thank you.
okay. Thank
So,
you, yeah.
Whatever you didn't have already, you have a backpack, a crowbar, a hammer, 10 pittons, 10 torches, a tinderbox, 10 days of rations, and a water skin, and 50 feet of hempen rope.
Nice. 169.
Oh damn! What's a pitten?
And something that you can hammer into rock and then use it to climb.
Okay.
I have a bullshit hook shot, so
I can teleport, but
Yep. As for grappling hooks, let's see how much those run. You never know, and you'll need one.
I think they come equipped in Dungeoneer's Pack.
Not that I'm seeing.
nope. Rope, backpack, crowbar, hammer, pittons, torches, tinderbox, rations, water skin, and rope.
Grappling hooks, an average grappling hook costs 2 gold apiece.
Oh, that's not. Well, I will buy. Is there any grappling hooks?
Urana doesn't need one, but Kyra has one, I believe.
Yeah, Kara has one, although she doesn't need
Okay.
it.
Yep.
No, I was
Kara
gonna
has a
grab
climb
one.
speed.
Yeah. Does anyone need one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'll get that for you, Cal. I don't think I need it.
All
Ellie
right.
buys Cal grappling hook.
Very good.
Looks at how big he is, a little concerned, but he didn't say anything.
Anything else that looks useful for what we're going to, like anything that could help us in Elven or
But I don't think like we've got plenty of things to do, like fire or to cut things down. Our movement's pretty solid overall.
Let me see.
Oh yeah, I have a whip too. I don't really need. I keep forgetting my tongue whip. It's come in handy so many times though. I love my tongue whip. Oh, just idle thing. Any fancy shields around here?
Shields, you say?
It's not like super necessary because I don't got a lot of gold, but just curious.
Roll a investigation check.
No, no. This is gonna go so badly.
Do you want me to roll another investigation check to find?
Pew!
Do you want me to roll another investigation check to find what I need looking for, VV?
Sure.
2, VV. 2.
22.
Okay.
Funny.
Let
That's
me
funny.
see. Just looking over my list here for anything on that front. The stuff that would be useful for the kind of ruin you're going into. You do happen upon a stand that is actually selling a lot of those brain blade daggers that you have,
Huh.
Oh,
advertising their uses.
fancy.
Kyra somewhat pronounces O. She thought her was.
That's still neat, though.
Basically, when they notice you have one, the gnome shopkeeper describes and reminds about the gnome idea of it being able to replicate keys, that it can actually function as a pretty functional skeleton key in a gnomish ruin if you know what you're doing with it.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Fun fact, that's actually one of the features of Kel's channel divinity.
So, and I have my weird key, but that's sort of a specific thing that we've still not figured anything the fuck out about.
So how do these ones look different from mine?
They just look a little bit newer, really.
Oh, so they're so mine's ancient while these ones are crafted.
Interesting.
Well,
Not
mine's
useful.
relic. Mine's relic. So
Pretty good shape, though, the gnome says, looking it over, just kind of examining it. And unfortunately, there's not too much of a market for these beyond adventuring types, and, well, doesn't look like it can do much of anything beyond what we already have. At least not that I can tell. It's really nice, though. It's in really good shape. Whoever had it before took real good care of it.
where did we find this one? We found this one in the
Deep Scion's lair.
Science house. Yes, lair, not house, Nora.
Still haven't got these haven't real up close, but
Oh, to the phone. Let me see this. Let's roll to see. Oh, hey, and that 20 from the shopkeep. Nice.
Oh, damn.
See. Oh, the fuck. 1 second. If you wouldn't mind. He takes it. You'll ask to take it for a moment.
sure. I'm gonna inside him first.
Feel free.
Kyra knows this town.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we did get told you weren't going to get stolen, robbed from by the.
Feel free to insight him, though. 18, okay. He has discovered something about it and is very eager to test it. He has not any nefarious intentions.
Sure. Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. Thought this might be. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is an old infiltrator model. Thought so. It just needs to be tuned up a little bit. 1 minute. He just kind of heads back behind, into one among his tools, pulls out a few little intricate-looking instruments. He's actually got gloves on that have like a bunch of little, almost like jeweler's tools on them. Starts fiddling with it a little bit, and a little piece of the edge of the dagger starts to spin, and you just hear this little dial sound. And it turns back into its dagger form. And then it turns back into a key, then turns back into a dagger again. You just kind of... Oh, this is very interesting. Oh, you've got a gem here. And I just woke it up. Perfect. This is an infiltrator model. They were used by the biggest of spies in that. It can turn into a dagger or a magic key. It's now going to return back to your hand when you throw it.
Oh.
Oh.
And it's got some magic spells stored in it from its wielder.
Ooh.
Oh.
What?
Ooh. What kind?
The kind that lets you be real sneaky. Going to show you this little snippet from this actual magic item's ability set.
Jesus.
Damn.
What?
Only one
What?
per day, though.
Okay. Still though, holy shit.
Yeah, hold on to that. There's people who are really gonna want that.
Thank you. I owe you.
You don't. I have wanted to see one of those again. There are not many of those left. That is miles above the craftsmanship we make nowadays. That's from wartime.
Damn.
And it also is now a +1 dagger as well.
Ooh.
So yes, your brain blade is now an awakened brain blade.
Awakened Skull. Does the damage that go up, or is it still a 1d4?
It's still just a 1d4, but it is a +1.
No. Alrighty, that'll be.
Yep.
Damn.
And you can cast one of those 4 spells a day. Well, no, according to the wording, you actually can just use all 4 of those spells, but only once a day.
Hmm.
Oh, that's even better.
Much better.
Ooh.
That's some
Alright.
good shit.
For a non-caster, Kyra has a lot of spells.
Mm-hmm. Really good ones for stealth, too.
Oh, and knock.
Rogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I say, you've got yourself something pretty powerful. Best of luck with that, and keep it close.
Oh, I definitely will.
Yeah, good on you. I look for. If you ever are back in town, let me know how it works. I really want to know.
And then now that I don't have to worry about it, throwing it away, probably gonna see a lot more.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. I love seeing people get to discover the craftsmanship of my ancestors.
Aw.
But we're going to know his ruin next, so we're gonna see a lot more of that.
Oh shit! Please try it out.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Absolutely my pleasure. And with
Yeah.
that, if there's nothing else. It is beginning to get to the later part of the morning, so it's about time to start gathering up at the gate.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a 2, so I didn't find anything.
You did not, unfortunately. You've managed to get some decent supplies and get everything ready, loaded up with a bit more on your hands. You see the various students heading out. Some of them look very hungover, heading out from the direction of that, but they are all getting onto the cart. They are probably going to sleep on the way down if they can. And if not, God rest their souls.
Kyra walked up to Blackwood, so how many were mugged left?
We've had about a third of them get pickpocketed.
Yeah,
my God.
I saw a few of them in one established village, but most of them were broke already.
Does not surprise me. The ones who did not, quite a few snuck out. A few of them are probably going to have to go back on the train, head back to town so we can properly figure out what to do with them when they get back. You can't get away with breaking the rules too much.
Yeah, one of them was almost got taken away by a wyvern.
Oh,
I heard
jeez.
last night.
That would not have been pleasant. That would have been a lot of paperwork. Well, I hope you all rested well. We're about to embark for Shmalim, be a few days' ride through the edge of the mountains.
We're ready.
All right. Your cart awaits you.
All right, well, we'll go ahead and clear the path for you.
Yep, you'll be heading down first. You'll be leading the wagon train. You'll probably get there a little ways ahead of us. You'll be able to move with a bit more expediency. Just,
Yeah,
Let
we'll
us-
make sure there's no null band away.
yes, no
Karen
bands
says-
should be avoided.
Tyler says with the unspoken wink, wink, nod, nod.
See, and he hands you a little metal canister. See, if you find the dungeon satisfactory, there are 2 options here. Hands you a second tube right after the first. Just this one launches up a little green fireball into the air. That lets us know that you have cleared it and it's safe to come in. This red one means, well, they're the opposite. Try to save that one for if someone is, at death's door, so we can get people inside and start blazing the place up.
Well, from what we've heard from Isaac, apparently the conditions there were worse than when we originally thought when we scoped it out.
Oh, is that so?
Yeah, apparently the Wildwood Tree that carved itself through the whole place might not be as dormant as we thought. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Just, well,
And on top of what other rampant stuff is down there as well.
noted. Well, it's a good thing I've got good people on the job then.
We'll keep you posted, and got it. A bit of hacker Karis shows a sending spell. We'll let you in case something really goes south.
Well, I've got a lot of kids to chaperone. Better get moving. Don't want to lose too much time.
Alright, Godspeed, Professor.
You
If you don't
too.
make it back, well... No.
That's no way to talk right before a mission. It's bad luck.
Ellie
Yes.
puts out her hand to shake.
Well, know my luck.
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
and I know how things usually work out with it. And they usually work out well. And he reaches out and shakes Ellie's hand. Good show, Ellie.
Grips it really tightly.
He matches it as best he can. Say,
Yeah.
Godspeed, all of you.
Godspeed.
Well... See you
My
there.
My Godspeed is mine.
My speed.
My speed.
And
What?
you all clamber up into the cart, motion for it to move forward, and begin your descent down the mountain, down the long trail to Shmalim, a 3 or 4 day journey
Oh.
that we will cover next time.
Woo!
Oh yeah.
I kind of was tempted to throw Blackwood a whistle just so he could blow it and, really get those hungover students going.
Ouch.
I'm going to stop recording unless you have anything else.
We're good. Just gonna be a dungeon crawl next time.
Woo!
Woo!
Woo! The exact same thing I expect Kyra for.
Which means I,
And
as
the
a
fighter-
DM, have my work cut out for me.
And the fighter gets to fight.
I get to throw more things in the walls.
Bonk.